You know, if I pass all the tests, I'm definitely going to California. I'm going to be a criminal lawyer. Of course, it all takes about 20 years.
We'll be dead by then.
Well, I believe in having a goal. That way you succeed. Actually, that's your trouble. You've no ambition.
All right, what's going on, beautiful people? Welcome back. It's your boy Blue Games. It's Friday night flight. We're here in the American Airline Boeing 737-800 at Havana, Cuba. Today we're flying to Puerto Rico, TJSJ. Zoom out real quick so you can see it on the map. Today's featured airport for Friday night flight is San Juan International, which is Tango Juliet Sierra Juliet. The actual suggested route is from Orlando, Florida, down to San Juan. But I was like, you know what? There's not really all that much scenery. If I were to fly from Orlando to Puerto Rico, we would fly over nothing but water and not so much Caribbean. I've done that flight in real life and in the game, and it's just not that great. So I want to fly somewhere that's more in the Caribbean so we can actually see some Caribbean sights and stuff like that. So that's why we find ourselves at Havana. We can see this other group over here. Looks like they're flying up to Miami or somewhere. I don't know, but they're not with us. So we got our flight plan all mapped out. Let's make sure we got enough fuel on board. Expecting just under 2 hours for flight time today. Let's add some fuel. We have fuel. Let's add some fuel for go around. So we'll go like 5 hours. Passengers gonna be full. Cargo halfway. We're all calibrated. Engines are on. Beacon lights are on. Seatbelt sounds are on. Where to roll? Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, start rolling forward. We'll go takeoff flaps around flaps 10. We'll do 20. Now I'm feeling better. Not 100%, but better. I slept pretty good last night. I think I slept pretty much all the way through the night. For you guys who have been with me the last couple of days, you know I've been not feeling very good. I've been really sick. I had a fever on Wednesday night. But feel free to fly whatever airline you would like. You want to fly American, you can fly Boeing or Airbus. Both of those options are out there. You can fly JetBlue, Spirit, Southwest, whatever. The route we're flying today does not technically have a direct airline flight. Looking at it on FlightAware, and most of the airlines who fly from Havana, Cuba, all connect in Florida somewhere. So American and JetBlue both connect in Florida, as well as Southwest and Spirit. So you pretty much can fly whatever airline you like. So we see you got a Spirit with us, Caribbean Airlines is with us, American Airbus over there, JetBlue with us. Like I said, it doesn't really matter. So it's up to you, whatever you want to fly. Wherever you want to fly. But we're all headed down to Puerto Rico, one of my favorite islands in the whole world. Island. Sorry about that, guys. Like I said, I'm feeling better, but not all the way. Also not in the greatest of moods this morning, so don't make me upset. You're lucky I'm not IFATC, because if I was IFATC, I'd be in a ghosting mood today. I'd be ghosting happy. Ghosting everybody. You get a ghost. You get a ghost. Everybody gets a ghost. It's one of those days, but it's okay. It's going to be better. Because a bad 60 seconds does not have to equal up to a bad 24 hours. So that'll be today's motivational quote of the day. Let's go ahead and put that in there. We also got Find Your Passion with us today.
Yeah.
And he's off on Fridays, so he's gonna probably be hanging out with us on some of these Friday flights whenever he's available. He's not flying with us, but he's just kind of hanging out and chat with us. Going to Unicom here and
Okay.
announce the
Calm
rolling
down.
short runway 24. And he is playing iRacing right now. We were playing iRacing yesterday. But he is back at Talladega himself doing some racing. All right, we're going to go ahead and line up. Looks like the runway is clear. Announce that we're taking off. Runway 24 is going to be the active for today, departing to the east. Let's go ahead and get comfortable. Calibrate my screen. Make sure you have enough fuel, people. You never know. You know, the last Friday night flights we've done, we've always had like lots of delays into our arrival airport. So make sure you got extra fuel on board. Get lined up here on runway 24. Looks like it's clear. We're good to go. Let's go. Power up. Calibrate one more time. Can you guys actually hear the game? I don't think you guys can hear the game. Yeah, let me know, guys, if you can hear the games. I feel like you might not be able to hear the game. If not, that is a problem. I gotta find out why. Alright, rotate right there. I wish I would have figured that out before we took off. That would have been helpful. But it's early enough in our flight that we can probably go back on the ground and fix it if we can't hear any sounds. I think everybody's saying negative, they cannot hear any game sounds. We're gonna go to autopilot here and test a couple of things out. We're gonna go to 180 on climb, and we'll go to 12,000. And we'll go to the engine view. This is the loudest view in game. If you don't hear anything here, that means there are no sounds for sure. Nope, there are no sounds. Why the heck are there no sounds? Alright, well, that's a problem. We're gonna have to try this again. Yeah, because I'm not gonna be doing this 2-hour flight with no freaking engine sounds. Got me messed up. Alright, thank you, hotel pilot. Yeah, we cannot hear any sounds. Alright, well, we're gonna have to try this again. I'm gonna have to back out of Infinite Flight and unplug my device. So, stand by real quick while we sound figured out. Alright, I figured it out. So I had my actual phone audio muted. Yeah. Smart me, right? So I probably could have fixed that in air by just clicking the button. Oh well. Now we're gonna be in the back of the freaking line. Look at all this traffic now. Holy crap. Alright, well, take 2, guys. Let's try it again. I think all of our settings should stay the same. Weight and balance. Yep. I always tell people you don't have to be good at it to stream. Alright. Well, that's gonna set us back probably about 30 minutes. Because now we're gonna be behind 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 aircraft. Not including the aircraft that are already in air. Yeah, I know the music is still there. There's nothing to listen to at the moment. But I will shut it off. Alright, starting engine number 1, or engine number 2. Beacon lights on here. So you just got caught up in a wreck?
Yep.
Why, they spun you, or what happened?
Yep.
Racing 3 wide for no reason?
Yep. So I'm trying to see if I can catch the group real quick before I go into the pits.
You got damage, or what?
Yep.
How bad
I'm
is it?
smoking right now.
Oh, that's really bad.
Let's see what.
That's gonna be at least like 7 minutes of repairs right there. At least 7 minutes of repairs, I would assume. Now, because of how long the race is and how long the cautions are, you might be able to fix half of that under caution. But you're not gonna be as fast. Alright, brakes released.
How do
Throttle
I
up.
activate the limiter?
There is no limiter in NASCAR.
Well, homeboy said activate the limiter.
Yeah, no, he always says that. Technically, that plug-in, oh, F22, is made for like road course type cars. He always says activate limiter when you go into the pits.
Oh, 30 seconds of 27 seconds of required repair? Bad.
How much?
36.
But optional.
4 minutes, so I'm gonna try to eat that down on these what's it called, the other flags.
See an Embraer up there. Pretty cool. We don't see many people flying Embraers. Embraer's a nice plane though, especially for JetBlue. Let's see what's
I just don't want to get a lap down, so
You're probably gonna have to go at least one lap down.
no.
You don't have to.
Well, all of my required repairs are already finished, and all I have left is optional repairs, so if I can knock some of these optional repairs down before they make their way back around, it should be okay. Should be.
I'm so upset because I could have fixed that problem without resetting my flight. We could be in the air right now. We could be cruising right now already. But I had to I pretty much shut the app out. I closed out Infinite Flight. Oh, I forgot to copy my flight plan. Oh. Did anybody else copy my flight plan? I can recopy. Start it right there. Well, guys, thank you so much for flying with me today. To be honest, I was just not feeling great today. Did multiple ways. Didn't really feel like doing the flight, but usually whenever I feel that way, I'm always glad that I came. So I know it's gonna be a fun flight, and I love flying in the Caribbean. If you guys want to see more Caribbean flying, you can check out my Infinite Flight Global Caribbean tour we did a few months back. My YouTube channel. I think we did about 5-6 flights in the Caribbean. Started in Key West and finished in Key West. Went all the way down to South America. Top of South America.
Definitely slower.
Oh yeah. I'll do shoutouts a bit later, guys. Probably when we get to our 1 hour ET, I'll do a shoutout. Didn't really get a chance to do it early. It's today's stream like I usually do. If you hear sniffing, it's actually not me, it's him. That's funny, Passion.
Whatever.
I said if they hear sniffing, it's actually not me, it's fine, Passion.
My engine blew. This freaking retarded.
Oh, that sucks. Did you not fix all your repairs?
No, I was gonna go around a lap and finish it.
The car couldn't. Yeah, you must have got hit hard. How did you only get hit like by one person, or when you spun out? What happened after you spun out?
I got hit again, but I mean I was able to drive around the whole track.
Sucks. To the next one. How many X's did you get?
4.
Let's see what they give you.
Something retarded.
It a 787 ahead of us? Yeah, it is a 787. Alright, our lights are good. Our flaps
Thank you,
are
man.
good.
I just missed the open flaps first.
Short runway 24.
The open is more clean.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, so for you guys who are just joining us, I took off earlier and I reset my infinite flight to try to fix a sound issue. That was actually my fault. So now we're back on the ground, waiting in line. We're taking off from Havana, Cuba. flying
31
to
minutes.
San Juan, Puerto Rico. Yeah, once that engine blows, that's an automatic 30 minutes repairs. And we're chilling with Finding Passion. He's actually playing iRacing right now, so that's why you hear.
No, no more.
Well, he was playing iRacing, and then he got wrecked out by some other people. So that's kind of how it goes. If you watch my iRacing streams, you know exactly what we're talking about. But that's what he's doing. So I'm pretty sure until he does his next flight, he's probably gonna be playing Dying Light.
Most likely.
So he's playing other games. So if you hear him screaming and doing other things, that's what he's doing.
Now you know.
Now you know.
Taking off runway 24, departing east.
Well, that was wonderful.
So we should be next up in line. That JetBlue plane has been like holding short for like ever. So I'm not sure when he wants to take the runway.
It's like no one registers for the Saturday with open flaps. That's crazy.
Which one?
The one that just happened.
It's really weird how like a lot of people don't do the open races. I mean, I think it's because most people just don't have their own setups, I guess. Alright, we're holding short runway 24.
La Habana Unicom, Blue 116, holding short runway 24.
Like the only time I can get a full A open race is like in the afternoon. After 2 o'clock. Alright, S787 is rolling. It's a brace. What is that sound, bro?
There's a dog. There's a dog.
Alright, S787 is airborne. Now we can start our flight. Alright, back to the cockpit view. We're all calibrated.
Unicum, American 167 Heavy, holding
Calibration.
short runway 24.
Now let's take off runway 24. Oh crap. Sorry about that. I dropped everything. Parting to the east.
La
Yeah, I know we're
Habana
still rolling.
Unicom, Blue 116
calibrate
is
again to
taking
actually
off
move.
runway 24,
And let's go.
departing east.
Oh yeah, now we got sound.
La Havana Unicum,
70 knots. 80 knots.
2866, taxiing to runway 24. La Havana Unicum, November 1 Tango Romeo is taking off runway 24, departing east. La Havana Unicum, November 1 Tango Romeo, holding short runway 24.
Slight crosswind. Out though. Should have put rudder in before I rotated, but it's okay. That would have helped us get to the center line, or stay on center line, but I didn't put rudder in until I, and that's why you saw me drift off to the left so much. Alright, we'll fly runway heading. Matter of fact, I might not, I might just fly direct. I'm gonna make a turn, because we're late.
La Havana
Make a left
Unicum.
turn.
American 167 Heavy is
Skip.
taking off
Make a
runway
left
24,
turn.
departing
We're
east.
gonna skip a couple of these first waypoints. Climb up to 2,000 feet.
La Havana Unicum, Springbok 436 Heavy, holding short runway 24.
We haven't been in Cuba since I think
Cuba.
we haven't been in Cuba since our Caribbean tour. Alex H, bro, thank you for the donation. Feels like ages since the last time I flew with you. Really appreciate you coming out, even though you're feeling under the weather. See you on the ground in Puerto Rico. Thank you, bro, for that donation. Really, really do appreciate that. And now it pops up on the screen. That's funny. I actually saw it pop up before it came up. We're taking a bit of a shortcut here. It's not going to save us much time, but every little bit's going to help here. Especially with it. It's going to be so crowded in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico does have parallel runways, but it's still not the biggest airport. Not the biggest airspace, so I'm expecting to get a bunch of vectors once we get out there.
La
Go.
Havana Unicum,
So we hit heading.
Springbok
That's gonna lock our heading to where
436
we're
Heavy is
heading
taking
right
off
now.
runway 24, departing east. La Havana Unicum,
Speed mode,
November 1
go
Tango
about
Romeo
3,200
is
feet
taking off
per
runway
minute.
24, departing east.
It's good to me. Our speed's at about 203. But with the flaps, that's gonna help us with our speed. I'm also gonna go to our map view and take a look here, and we want to probably fly direct. MUCF. I think that's on the. Let's see. UCF. I'm gonna go direct to UCF. That's gonna have us going ahead of heading of 116. Ah, nice, 116. Laps to 0, passing 6,000. Losing a lot of speed. Way down.
La Havana Unicum,
Stall.
2866 is taking off runway 24, remaining in the pattern.
Oh, my gear is still freaking down. No wonder. Thank you guys for reminding me. I didn't even see that you said my gear was up. I wasn't looking at the chat. That's probably why I was going so slow. It's probably a good thing we were going so slow, because if I were going too fast with my gear down, we would get gear over speed, and our gear would not work for the rest of the flight. We don't want that again. Got my landing lights and strobe lights. I'm just forgetting everything today. I'm off my game today, people. Forgot the landing lights, forgot the strobe lights, and forgot the gear. I'm not being a good example in today's flight. There we go. Now our speed's coming back up. So we turn the lane lights off again soon anyways. I'm gonna lock the speed right there. We still are not allowed to go faster than 250 knots because we're under 10,000. Vertical speed back up. 2,500 this time. Take a look at Cuba on the way out. Yeah, we haven't been here since the Caribbean tour, though. I think we made a really quick stop. Cuba on our Caribbean tour. But we have not been here since, I don't think. It's 10,000. So, I mean, speed restriction is lifted. Sorry about that, guys. I try to mute those, but it's really hard for me to reach over to the mute button whenever I cough. I'm gonna climb about 290. Works for me, and I'm gonna keep going to. I think our cruise today is 370. Remember, whenever you're going east, you want to go odd numbers, odd thousand. Yeah, Mike, I've been sick all week, so yes, I am sick. That's why people were getting really impatient because I started like 4 minutes late. And I was like, hey, be patient or I won't stream at all. Favor. I'm feeling better though. Better than yesterday. Yesterday was the worst. Well, no, actually the day before that was the worst. I think, what was it? Yesterday was Thursday, so Wednesday night was when it was the worst. And then Thursday during the day was pretty bad. I pretty much slept most of my Thursday before the race. I got up, I felt a bit better. So I'm feeling better now, it's just the cough hasn't gone away. But every time I cough, I feel a little bit worse. Boeing fan, thank you for that subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. My question is, if I was flying Airbus, would you still have subscribed? What's up, Andrew? Good to see you, man. Nemesis, good to see you. I haven't been showing the chat much love today. I know I've been real busy and occupied in the brain. Seneca Tech, good to see you. Yes, maintain separation, my people. Probably looking on there. It told me to fly 116 in the heading. Let me see if that's still correct. Now I gotta go 118. Flying direct to a different waypoint. I didn't actually follow the flight plan exactly. What are we doing? What are we climbing at right now? 2500 still? That'll work for me. Not in the rush. Once we get to our cruise, that ETE to destination should go down quite a bit. Do have a tailwind though. Those are always nice. What's up, like a boss? 5969. Thank you, Infinite Aviation, for the 4K subs. Yes, sir. On the way up. Nemesis 1S, can you try explaining, saying again about Toga? Is this in relation to Infinite Flight, or have I been to Montego Bay? I think I thought we flew there once. I like Montego Bay. What's up, Red Power 658? Good to see you. Hope you guys can hear me alright. I'm not talking very loud today. Trying to reserve my voice so I don't cough as much. 20,000 feet now. We're turning the land lights off. Pretty smooth in the sky right now. Fuel is looking good. You're looking nice. Oh man, look at that. Right with you. The good thing is that my coughs are not dry coughs anymore. They still suck, but yes sir, landing lights turn on and off at 10,000 feet. Alright, Milo, see you soon. Thomas Rouse says, spacing on landing or you will be ghost emoji. Sounds good to me. Please maintain separation in flight and on approach, guys. People don't, you know, it's no fun when people in planes fly through you. Same thing in real life. Beaches are beautiful. Oh, Fine Fashion, you were asking me earlier about time to start moving stuff. I'm thinking like around,
Alright.
after the stream is over, I'll move a few things around my apartment. Get started. Can't hear me that well. This is about as loud as I'm going to get today. Is it the view that you can't hear me over? It might be that the game is too loud. If the game is too loud, I can turn the game down. Yeah, you guys don't have to worry about donating. It's not necessary for anybody to donate. It's definitely appreciated, but not necessary. But you guys are free to join, or you guys feel free to join anytime throughout the flight. You don't have to always take off with us. You can always take off a little bit later, or you can take off somewhere in between. Flying over pretty much the entire island of Cuba, then over the Dominican Republic and Haiti. About 1:40, hour 45 minutes ETE. And we're still not at our cruise yet. Realistic speeds for today, if you want to fly realistic speed, would be Mach 0.76. But I'm not about that life, so I'm gonna go Mach 0.8 something. I'm pretty much gonna max out my speed. Doing blue air speeds today, as usual. You know how it is. All my all my regulars know we fly blue air speeds. We don't fly true air speed. Yeah, if you guys would like to continue, this will be my only flight for today. Like I said, I got stuff to do. I got a lot of stuff to do today. It's been a very, very busy day for me. It's been a bit busy week, including me getting sick. Didn't help at all. I'm actually behind on some work stuff. But I'll be quitting after this flight. But if you guys want to, continue together to like, so what's the name of that freaking place over here? This place, Princess Juliana. Yeah, it's not very far. Short hop. Probably about like 20 minutes to get there if you're flying an airliner. You could also fly back to Jamaica, or you could fly to Miami, Orlando, Daytona, Bahamas. So there's a lot of places out here. Another good flight I would recommend is from Cancun. Another really good flight. Avia Mac. You're flying from London to LA. Cool, man. Well, have fun with that. Your aviation guy? Yes, sir. I do fly X-Plane 11. And I have tons of videos now of X-Plane 11, so check that out on my channel. Grenada is a great airport to fly to. I'm not sure if I've streamed it, but I have flown there. So it is a good place to fly, though. I think we might have skipped over Grenada in our Caribbean tour. I can't remember. I remember I wanted to go there, but I think we ran out of time. What's up, CW Minecraft? Good to see you. I see you next time, Daffo. Thanks for joining in. See you next time. Yeah, are there anybody here from the Caribbean? I know Andrew. He's a Caribbean guy. Anybody else watching that is in the Caribbean, from the Caribbean? Steven, he's doing a long haul from LA to Melbourne, Australia. You guys love your long hauls. 40 minutes till you get to Melbourne. How long have you been flying? Rob is working on a Beast PC, and he says he will be getting X-Plane soon. Cool.
Yeah.
Pretty much the same thing that happened to me. Is I've been playing Infinite Flight and everything, and I didn't have a good PC at first. Just recently got one a few months ago. 4 months ago now. Actually, more than that. About 5 months ago now. Holy crap, it's been a while. And yeah, I've been enjoying X-Plane for sure. It's funny because at first I really didn't play much X-Plane. I played more DCS World. And I felt bad because I felt like I was neglecting X-Plane because that was like the main thing I wanted to play before I got my PC. But when I got my PC, I'm like, oh, there's so many more options than I realized of PC games to play. Like, there's so many. There's not enough time in the day to play all the PC games out there. Alright, we're cruising now. 37,000 feet. That's flight level 370. Sorry, guys. All the coughing. I hate coughing on the mic. Coming up on our first waypoint here. We're actually about to overshoot it on our right wing. So I'm actually going to go through the map view and I'm going to select the next waypoint. We're just kind of parallel to it at the moment. So I'll probably jump in front of this American 009er. Or I might take the next waypoint after that. CM. Go with nav mode. That's going to turn our aircraft to get us en route to that waypoint. But it's pretty smooth, so we'll leave the seatbelt signs off. Using at Mach 0.84, we can go a little bit faster. Mach 0.86, I think, is the fastest we can go without worrying about speeding. Thomas, I am on the iPhone 10. Modu, and I'll see you at Puerto Rico. So, who else is flying to Puerto Rico right now that is maybe not flying with us, but flying like with a different group? Or, you know, I know a lot of people are flying from Orlando, from Miami right now. We can't see them on the map because we're too far away. But I know there are people out there. If you look on Live Flight, you'll see there's a ton of people flying in right now. From every direction. Mostly from Florida, though. I think pretty much anybody flying from Cuba is us. Everybody else is flying from Miami, Orlando. Some people are doing short hops from Dominican Republic, Haiti. I see a few people flying over the North Atlantic Ocean, longer hauls. See, what's this guy's speed? He's going 523, so we're going faster than him, so that separation should be just fine.
Okay.
Now I can breathe.
For now.
For now. For the next 5 minutes I can breathe. Maybe 5 minutes. Yeah, so the other night when I had the fever, Ashley had me like she made me take like a cold shower. I hate cold showers. She's like, you need to break your fever, so you need to take a cold shower. It's the worst.
It was the worst.
Horrible.
My least favorite thing to do.
I felt like a cat taking a bath. And then she made me put all these clothes on. She was like, I gotta sweat out the fever now after I got the shower. I was like, okay, sure. So I put like 3 pairs of socks on each feet. Then I put like a whole bunch of jackets on, some sweatpants, and so I went to sleep because usually after you shower, you know, all that stuff, you just get kind of sleepy. Went to sleep. I woke up. I don't know how many hours later. I was hot. I wasn't sweating. She was like, you gotta be sweating. You can't take the clothes off until you're sweating. I wasn't sweating, but I was hot as heck. I was hot, and I felt like so hot that I felt like I was suffocating. Cause you know, like when you're sick and you have like sinuses, like you already feel like you can't breathe.
Yeah.
So I already felt like I couldn't breathe. Plus I was hot, and I felt like I was suffocating. So I feel like I was freaking out. So it was just crazy. It was a horrible night. It was a horrible night.
Yeah, I've had to sweat out with sickness before. It's not fun. It isn't.
What's up, Andrew? Can I fly Vietnam Airlines sometime? Yeah, sure. Starley says he has never lost a race. Don't challenge him until you beat his students. Those are some strong words.
Oh. Well then.
Yeah, I hope we don't get another Hong Kong approach where we went like 100 miles away from the airport. But I would not be surprised if we got that again. Fly to ENZV. Where is that? That's my friends. We're still flying over Cuba right now. I think we might be able to see the end of it. Not quite yet. Cuba's bigger than some people like really realize. It's an island. It's a really big island. It's a really, really big island. Alright, well, you guys know how I've been doing all week. How are you guys doing? How are you doing, Funny Passion? What's going on with you this week?
Yesterday could have been better as far as work-wise. At least the ending of yesterday could have been better. Beginning started off okay, pretty good. Could have ended a bit better. But I did finish a race, and I finished in third place and got no accidents. So
That's nice.
pretty good end of my race.
Nice, nice. That was a good rating tonight. You feel accomplished when you finish up front. Accomplished.
Yeah.
Like I said, after our NIS race we did yesterday for live stream, we did a couple more races. And, had some good finishes. But my last race was not so great. It wasn't bad. It's just weird the way iRacing works. It's like you can have a great race and get like no reward. And you have a bad race and you get like the worst possible. So I don't really understand that. But you know, it is what it is. I still enjoy the game. Yes, sir, Andre. I will not forget the 1 hour shout outs. They still have 25 minutes until then. For now, let's just enjoy the view. Go over Cuba. I've never been to Cuba in real life.
Cuba.
That just recently they opened it back up for like people to to travel there or something like that. Ground speed right now is 558 knots. Red Holly, I'll see you in San Juan.
San Juan sounds.
San Juan. It's crazy, like, and I mean, right now the topic of this whole stream is just being how my experience of being sick. I've been sick in a really long time. Thankfully,
Yeah.
it's been like a year maybe since I've been sick. But it's crazy, like how much, like you know, you blow your nose like every 5 minutes. Like, where does all that come from? Like, how do you fit that much like stuff in your head that you can blow your nose that often? I don't understand. What's up, One Chair Dancer? Good to see you. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to your first stream. And welcome to the channel. Right now we're Caribbean cruising. Let's go some scenic view. Check out the scenic view. So you're gonna do the 9:15 race?
I'm not gonna race right now.
Yeah, I put my wheel away. I think I've packed it up. Last night I was like, yeah, I think I'm done. I've done enough races. I'm good. We'll continue next week at Dover.
Right now, I'm watching a bunch of people get eaten by a freaking horde of zombies right now. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I think of all the islands, I don't know. I haven't really been to all the islands in the Caribbean, but Jamaica is definitely one of my favorite. Cuba's cool, but I wouldn't want to say Cuba's my favorite. I really like Puerto Rico, obviously. I really like Haiti. I also like the Dominican Republic. But judging on when we flew over Haiti and Dominican Republic earlier, I actually like the Haiti side more than the Dominican Republic side when it comes to scenery. When it comes to like the culture and people, I would probably pick Dominican Republic. I like Dominicans. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you, man. And usually Dominicans look just like Puerto Ricans. So if I like Puerto Ricans, you're gonna like Dominicans.
Uh-oh.
Stream train is chugging along. And again, guys, I apologize if I'm acting a little bit different than I usually do as far as, I don't know, being crazy or whatnot. I'm just not 100% today. Yeah, 787 and A350 are both beautiful. Both top of the line. View do I want now? I'm really feeling this right wing view though. Like, I feel like the best view, even better than the exterior view, is that right wing view. Something about the view. Probably give the left wing some love later on. The right wing. What's up, Justin? You would have, if I wouldn't choose 30,000, I would fly 31,000. Right east, so make sure you fly an odd number. Odd 1,000 feet. Justin, we would definitely still be in the air for 45 minutes. As long as nobody's infinite flight crashes today. The servers are online, we'll be up here in 45 minutes. Still have an hour 20 to go. My favorite plane is the 787. For airliners. Which I assume is what you're asking. let's add some music. We haven't really listened to music in a long stream. Add some chill. Turn it down just a little bit. Yeah, Andrew. Caribbean is definitely the most packed region. It doesn't matter where Friday Night Flight goes. It can be a popular place. It can be a non-popular place. That's gonna be the most. That's gonna be the most packed place in the region for the entire day. The Friday Night Flight goes to Caribbean. Caribbean's gonna be packed. They go to Australia. Australia's gonna be packed. New Zealand. It doesn't matter. So, that's what you gotta expect. You fly Friday Night Flight. I always warn you guys when you fly to expect delays, because looking at live flight right now, there's a ton of arrivals flying into Puerto Rico at the moment. I wouldn't say is as busy as some of the other Friday night flights, at least not yet. We'll probably see more traffic later on in the day flying into Puerto Rico. Like a boss, go do what you gotta do, bro. We got plenty of time. Plenty. So the entire flight was about 927 nautical miles, and we have about 727 miles to go. Oh Jesus, what was that?
Sorry, open my direction.
That's true. We actually should have a bot that keeps saying, "Please maintain separation on Friday night flights." That's a good idea, Snicker. It's a very, very good idea. I don't know if I feel sorry for ATC anymore. I mean, this happens all the time now, so I mean, if they continue to be ATC at events like this, they must enjoy it. I would assume they enjoy it. I don't know. IFATC can speak for themselves. Oops, I hit the rudder. What city is that? Let's see. We are flying over Camagüey. That's Camagüey we see right there down there. Camagüey, Cuba.
Cuba.
Well, we just flew over Florida, Cuba. Apparently there's a city called Florida in Cuba.
No.
And there's a city called San Antonio, which is also in Texas.
What?
Yeah.
Well, okay, San Antonio.
Makes more sense to be in Cuba than it does Texas. But I guess Texas used to be Mexico, so whatever. Whatever.
It is where the animal was. So.
Such a small city, though. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. What's that on? Yeah. Da-na-na-na-na. Nice. I think it'd be cool if every once in a while, if FNF Flight would allow the community to vote on where the next Friday night flight is. Yeah, I don't know how they decide where to go. I think it's just like a couple people who are like, oh, we should go here. We haven't been here in a while. But I think they should do a vote. Maybe not every week, but like, because if they did a vote every week, we'd probably just keep going to the same places over and over. But like for them to give us options where Friday night flight should be, and like, you know, maybe three to five options, and let the community vote on which place to go for Friday night flight. I think that'd be a good idea. Not that it needs to happen. I think all the Friday night flights to this date have been great choices of airports and places to fly to. I've liked every single one of them. But I just think it'd be a good way to get the community involved even more, to allow them to vote on where they think the next Friday night flight should be. Now, they may have done that before, and I just wasn't involved, so I could just be talking about stuff that's not relevant, but you know, make a conversation. Boeing the airplane, you're a new guy. All right, cool. Well, welcome, my friend. And no problem, Demand 10. If you can't join. How fast can the A320 go? I'm going Mach 0.86 right now, and I think I can actually go a little bit faster if I want. Yeah, I got a little bit room. I'm not really gonna push it though. I don't need to. Not gonna get us much faster there if we go 1 Mach point up at this moment. But I think that the max I can go is probably like Mach 0.88 in this thing. Now, I know again these are not realistic Boeing 737 speeds, but max. I'm pretty sure the Boeing 737 and the A320 probably have the same max speeds. They pretty much have the same landing speeds too. Andre Elson says, "What do I think about racism?" Huh? Interesting.
What?
It's a task for school. He has to ask somebody about racism for his school project, and he's asking me, "What do I think about racism?" I think it's crazy that it still exists. Like, I feel like it's crazy that we've gone so far in development and everything in life, and in technology and knowledge. We've learned so much about everything, about history, and yet we still can't get over racism. Racism and what's the other word? Not segregation, but like yes, prejudiceness and stuff like that. And it's not just, and for me, it's like it's not just racism, but it's like all types of prejudices, all types of prejudice. Am I saying it right? Prejudices.
Prejudices. Prejudices.
Prejudice.
Prejudices.
Oh, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so it's crazy that it still exists. But it's very obvious that it does. When it comes to the racism side, it's kind of hard to believe. Like, oh, I can't believe people are still racist against white people, against black people, against Mexicans. When it's been proven that it doesn't matter what your race is, you can still do all the same things. Some people have a better starting hand than others. But I don't think that depends on race. It just depends on what hand you were given when you were born. There's lots of white people who were born in trailer parks and don't have as much of an opportunity to be successful. The same as black people born in the hood. You know what I mean? So I don't think that's a racism thing anymore, because I think that anybody can suffer from their ancestors' mistakes. You know, there's a reason why your grandparents and people like that were probably not so wealthy. You know, maybe not because of them, but you know, things happen, and not everybody is gonna be wealthy. But as far as prejudices, I'm not saying that right, but whatever, you guys know what I'm trying to say. I think it's just crazy how people just discrimination is what I was looking for. Discrimination, how people just discriminate against different people because of how they look. I think that's just not fair at all. I feel like everybody should have the same opportunity, same chance, and not be judged on their color or their last name.
I was watching Track Stars. I was listening to Track Stars on my way to work. On my way to my job throughout the day, because I was headed to Brenham, so I had a long drive yesterday. And they're actually talking about that apparently they have this thing called Noteworthy, where Oh, also, guys, if you're listening, if you go on YouTube and look up Track Stars, this is just a random plugin. Like, I'm not getting anything for this. Just great group of guys that talk about really good topics. And the topic that they were talking about is there was a kid who brought in this noteworthy, which is they'll have a topic of that point in time, and the mom, he wanted to go to Passion Week, that big thing that they have every year.
Uh-huh.
A bunch of artists come in and Christians and all that. Well, he wanted to go to Passion Week, which is good, you know. He's African American, his mom's from Africa, and apparently his mom did not want him to go to Passion Week because he found out that there was gonna be a bunch of white females there. She did not want him, for whatever reason, he only being like 13 or 14 years old probably, to end up with a white female.
That's funny. That's funny, but not funny at the same time.
You know, and he was, so the son was asking, what do I do? You know, what course of action do I take? And prior to that, they had a conversation about honoring your father and your mother. And basically just saying that, well, while you're in your mother's home, respect her wishes to the point of saying that you've been thinking that your mom doesn't want you to date right now. And that whenever you're grown up and moving on, that you can just live their life the way you want to live and don't allow someone else's prejudiceness against someone else to stop you from living the life that you want to live, as long as it stays within the bounds of Christ-like life. So it's a really good topic, man. And they also had, and then the next video was preferences, talking about preferences, whether or not you want to date outside your race or not. So it was really interesting.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Still people out there like that, man. It's and I think another thing to think about is that there's reasons for it too. It's just not like out of the blue kind of like mentality more often than not. Because apparently a thought process of the reason why the mom was like that is apparently the husband left her for a white woman.
Ooh.
And the son thinks that that's why the mom has that pent-up aggression towards, white people. So,
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Yeah, that's what I always think. I always think whenever I feel like every decision we make, everything that we believe, all stems from something that's happened in our past or something we've seen happen in our past. Like, it's crazy. Like, this woman will not allow her son to even be around white girls because her husband left her for a white woman. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. That's crazy and completely unfair to her son. Like, I know, like, it's okay. It's okay to, to enforce rules on your children, to keep them safe. But I completely disagree with that,
Yeah.
But at the same time, what makes it really interesting is how we're talking about how, like, the Bible says to honor your father and your mother, no matter what their decision is. I mean, it doesn't say if they're right. And the Bible doesn't say if they're right. It just says honor them. And so it's crazy. Like, if your mom tells you not to date somebody from another race or have to be around somebody from another race, and that's completely not right, like, should you just do it? Should you just completely ignore her? Should you dishonor her by doing the exact opposite? Or should you honor her and just do that? Now, the difference is, like, you may not believe in what they're telling you to do, but should you still do it? And I think that's what's the most difficult part, especially for young people to do, because you're not at that maturity level yet where you're like, well, I'm gonna honor you no matter what. Like, no, you're already probably in a rebellious phase where you already want to do everything opposite of what your parents are telling you to do, right? I know that if you're a teenager, if you're a preteen all the way up to like 21 pretty much. You're already in a rebellious stage, where like you kind of believe that you know more than your parents, which is not really true. Now I'm not on the parents' side. I'm just saying. But I don't know, it's just that throws me for a curve right there. Like I can't imagine if my parents told me that I couldn't hang around. Like
they
it's not. Yeah.
Or you gotta raise it's and well, because they went into that, they dove into because they just had a noteworthy before that, a few episodes before that, of honoring your father and mother. So they had to bring it up again. Do you honor this? Like, do you have to respect your mom's wishes as far as what she wants? And basically, what the guy said is, again, just assume for right now, just think that your mom just doesn't want you to date right now. Just doesn't want you to deal with that issue because, again, dating in its own right can bring up all kinds of troubles, especially at a young age. I never dated in high school because I thought it was dumb.
Yeah.
It never made sense in my head to be in a relationship when when all of my other friends were always unhappy. They always be complaining about what their girlfriend or what their boyfriend did to the other one the other day, and I thought it was stupid. So they said in that right, yes, but at the same time, you have to stay within biblical terms. To make sure that you don't go against what the Bible says, what God says. So honoring your father and mother, but if it goes against the morals of what God has said for you, then of course, no, you can't honor that. So, but yeah, it was a very touchy subject. They went into it for a good while. It was very interesting.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting. But yeah, it just throws me off. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, you're probably not really listening. But yeah, I agree. There's one guy in the chat said that, what if you're already 21 with a kid? Like, what if you're already a parent at 21?
Oh, well, then you're okay.
Yeah, no, it's a whole different.
It's your life.
Different story, then.
Because even then, it says that
you welcome Andre. He said thank you for his Monday homework.
Even the Bible says you would leave your mother and father and cling to your spouse, your husband or your wife. So honor your father and mother, respect them, but when it comes to living your life, it's your life at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yes, sir, Andrew. We are chatting through a private chat in Discord. What's up, Louis75? Good to see you, man. ETA is 1 hour and 3 minutes. So in 3 minutes, we'll be doing our 1 hour ETE to see who all we got flying with us. And shout out everybody's name out in 3 minutes. Very interesting, though. Anybody else have any more questions we can talk about? We have time. Rather than just sit around doing nothing in silence. Still have a whole another hour to go. That's a whole Netflix episode or something. Matter of fact, that's like 4 episodes of cartoon of SpongeBob. Yeah, I know you guys don't like talking about minding your moms because most of you guys are young, so you don't want to hear about that.
Little do you know, though,
that it's not a popular subject for people still living with their parents. Do I have any hits coming? What do you mean IFMG? Music, I am constantly working on that. Constantly working on it. One more minute. Shoutouts. Man, that 2 minutes went by fast. Anthony says maintain separation at least 5 miles. I would say 10. I would say 10. Now, I'm gonna take one more bite of this Pop-Tart, and then we're gonna do our shoutouts.
You know, I never liked Pop-Tarts.
I love Pop-Tarts.
I've never been a real fan of them. Oh my gosh.
Rob, I'm not sure what you're talking about, bro. But nothing we were talking about was geared towards you, so don't be offended by stuff that we're not talking about you. Anyways, all right, so time for doing shoutouts. Let's see what we got flying with us today for what's the date? I don't know what the date is, but we're gonna do today's Friday night flight. Up front, as usual, guess who? Starlet. In second, we got IFEP Anthony. Third, we got JetBlue 318, which is Captain Olsen, representing Thai VA. We got Red 2, Alex H. Caribbean 229er, as Moduan. We got Blue 8017, Infinite Leon 819. Welcome back, my friend. Thanks for flying with us again. American 22's up next. IFNL Alec Alex. And then after that, we got American 265, Thai Smile 265, 737-800. And then we got American 838, IFR 8320. After that, we got me, your boy, Blue 116. And then we got American 009er, Simon. Sorry, I had to take a cough break. And after that, we got November 1 Tango Romeo. That's Mr. Thomas. Thanks for flying with us today, my friend. Always welcome. American 167 Heavy, Seattle Skyhawk, flying with us. Then we got Thai 2866 Boeing in the plane in the 777-200 ER. I think he's last. Yes, sir. That's all we got today for today's stream train. I'm not sure if these guys off to the sides are with us. I'm not sure. I don't really know. I think they are though. Sean Riddle, the 777, American 777. Then we got American 360 up here, which I think that he may be flying with. I think it's Rob right there. Zones in the 787. I think it's gonna be that's gonna be it for today. So thank you guys as usual for flying with us for today's Friday night flight. If I missed you, definitely let me know. We are 1 hour out to Puerto Rico, cruising at flight level 370, 549 knots is ground speed. We have a 59 knot tailwind. It's always great. About 90, what's we got? 532 nautical miles to go. And we're still in Cuba. That's crazy. We've been flying in Cuba this entire time. Probably for what? I don't know, about 400 miles already we've been in Cuba. And the whole Haiti, Dominican Republic part would go pretty fast. Did I go over? Because I feel like I didn't count right enough people. Did I miss a bunch of people? I'm pretty sure I thought I got all of you. I think I missed JetBlue 318 though. Captain Nelson. No, I said you. Caribbean 229. I said him. I said him. I said him. No, Alex. Yeah, I said him. Yeah, I said everybody. I didn't miss anybody. I feel like I did, but I don't think I did. So we're good. No worries, people. No worries. I gotcha. I gotcha. Yeah, let's hope that approach stays online when we get there. Let's see, who do we have for our controllers today? It doesn't look like approaches online at the moment. Or yeah, they are actually. We got G Hams. We also have Marcus as Crown and Tower. Because right now we just have Marcus and G Hams as our controllers in Puerto Rico. Both of those guys are been known to be pretty good controllers, so we shouldn't have anything to worry about there. You can see as we get close to Puerto Rico, we can see some more traffic flying in from the northwest up there, a bit more northern than us. Should be good. Finally able to see the end of Cuba there. And I'm not sure what island it is on our left wing out there. Let's see if I can find out. That is the West Indies, actually. Yeah. Right now, where Starly should be flying over Haiti at the moment. Yeah, Starly's over Haiti, and we're just flying out of Cuba now. So that's kind of the difference between the front of the group to where we are. But just kind of looking at live flight right now on my other screen. I mean, there's a lot of traffic, but I don't think it's gonna be that bad, to be honest with you. I think this may go smoother than the other weeks, but I could be speaking too soon. Judging by how much traffic, there's a lot of traffic leaving Orlando right now at this moment. There's a lot of traffic on the ground at Orlando. So I think that in like 2 more hours, maybe like an hour after we land, there'll be another pretty big group landing out of Orlando. But I think it'll be a decent approach today. I'm not expecting to get too much vectors, but as you know, I packed plenty of fuel on board just in case we do get a bunch of vectors. But as usual for Friday Night Flight, always expect delays. Always expect delays. How did it go last week? I didn't do Friday Night Flight last week, so how did it go for you guys? Where was it at? I didn't actually get a look. I was out of town, busy doing stuff. So how did Friday Night Flight go last week without me? GRH, we were headed to Puerto Rico, San Juan. Anthony, am I watching the crew land today? I might. Depending on how all the vectors and stuff go, I may watch. I may not. And sure, we flew in India like a week ago. Not very long ago, we flew in India. If you missed out on that flight, definitely go back and watch the video. Back, bro. I was seeing if you were back. What is VIDP? I don't know. I don't know these airport codes. You gotta say a name. Oh no, not this song. There's some songs on this playlist that are like copyrighted and I can't play them. And that's one of them. So I have to like skip over it. If it plays too much of it, I get caught by YouTube. I really should just like cut it out and redo it. That would be the smart thing to do. Say goodbye to Cuba. Oh, India. So last Friday Night Flight was India. Okay. Delhi to Mumbai was the route everybody was doing last week. So why was it so horrible? So people were saying it was horrible. Why was it bad? It was just like a lot of traffic. Or what was so bad about it? It sounds like a good flight. I've been wanting to fly to those 2 airports too, so. Wow, Rob says he wants an expert server where you only get 1 chance. or you're thrown out forever. Holy crap! I probably wouldn't even be on that server. Like, you mess up one time, you're fired forever. What's up, the gaming cat? Good to see you. Don't worry, Simon, if you're last in line, doesn't mean you'll be last in line. Alright, Cuba's gone, officially. Next up is gonna be Haiti. Haiti's definitely one of my favorite places to fly in and out of. If I had time, I would have did a stopover in Haiti. I mean, I wouldn't mind having a server that you have to actually pass a test to get into, though. I feel like I would fail that one too, though, because I've applied for a few things in Infinite Flight and I failed every single one of them on my first try. It's proof that I'm just not very good at test. Cause I know stuff. I think I've proven the fact that I know stuff whenever I fly, but whenever it comes to me, you know, telling me people what I know on a test, I always fail somehow. It's like they always like to add in those trick questions. Why are you trying to do all that? Freaking be straightforward. Yes or no?
Oh, that was intense, man.
Why?
It's just I had to complete certain objectives a certain way, and it makes it harder for me. And I could have easily done it if I'd done it my way, but I didn't have my way. Made life harder.
Yeah, but yeah, guys, I actually agree with you guys. I think another server with I guess higher standards would be good. The problem with that would be there would probably not be very many people on this server, and you would probably be flying alone most of the time because there's nobody on this server. That's the downside. That was the downside of expert server before global, before they had the whole Friday. Well, they had Friday Night Flight before they had like the expert server IFATC schedule. Like, it was so like you would always be flying by yourself on expert server because most people were on training server, and that's where all the traffic was, and everybody wants to fly where all the traffic is. Now, expert server was more expert, more official, but you were always flying alone with no ATC. So that was a downside of that, but they kind of fixed that with the whole IFATC schedule thing every week, so people kind of know where to expect ATC for IFATC in certain regions. So if they were to do another server with higher standards, they would also have to have like the same type of thing where they have like a schedule of where ATC is going to be, so that way we could actually have some traffic. See you later, Boeing the plane. Take a look at beautiful Haiti right under us right now. Love Haiti. Wish I could offset the camera, but I can't. Yeah, I would love to fly the Caribbean in real life one day, or even take a cruise out there. Wait, have I been there? Well, I mean, technically Puerto Rico is part of the Caribbean, which is weird because I don't really feel like it's part of the Caribbean. I also don't really feel like that Puerto Rico thinks they're in the Caribbean either. But the world considers it, I guess, part of the Caribbean. But outside of Puerto Rico, I would love to go to Jamaica. Uh-huh.
The freaking hard way. So of course, me being me, I took the super freaking hard way.
Wait, start that over. I had you muted.
Oh, okay. So when I went to Jamaica around 4 years ago, so, and and there's a waterfall there that you can climb, and there's an easy way to climb this waterfall, and there's a really freaking hard way to climb this waterfall. So, of course, me being me, I went ahead and took the really hard way.
Right.
And you're climbing directly up the waterfall, so the water is hitting you hardcore in the face, and you're trying to climb up it. And I gotta tell you, that's probably the hardest climb that I've ever taken. Like, I almost slipped, I don't know how many times, and I had to hold on to dear life, because if you fell, you're gonna fall on rocks. And it's not gonna be pleasant. So yeah, it was pretty cool.
That's crazy. That's crazy. What part of Jamaica was this? Like, what part of it?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head.
Was it like Kingston? Was it Montego Bay?
Montego Bay.
Montego Bay. That's on the west side of the island, northwest side of the island. But yeah, I would love to go to Jamaica. I'd also love to go to the Cayman Islands.
That'd be nice too.
Did you go there too on your cruise?
Yeah.
I think most people go there on cruises. But I would love to go to the Cayman Islands. I like going to like small little islands like that. I don't know, it's just so far away from anything. I've been to Cancun, I think. No, Cozumel, which I think is right next to Cancun. Yeah, it's right south of it. Yeah, you guys should take a look at Lifelight. I don't have the link in the description today. But take a look at Lifelight. You can see how much traffic right now is flying in Puerto Rico. Our little stream train is just kind of over Dominican Republic and Haiti right now. The Starly is now flying over central Dominican Republic, north of Santo Domingo. There's also people flying in from Princess Juliana as usual, because it's close by, so it makes sense. And Anguilla. I can already see lots of vectoring happen right over San Juan right now.
San Juan.
San Juan.
I'm never gonna put it there. Every time I hear things, I'm not gonna GTA.
You think a GTA?
Yeah.
Wait, why?
Because one of the radio stations in GTA, in one of the GTA games was called San Juan Sounds.
Yeah, I don't remember that. One of the radio stations
No.
on GTA was called San Juan Sounds?
Yeah, Daddy Yankee was the one who was the radio host. So,
Really?
real talk.
Wait, was this GTA 5 or like GTA San Andreas?
It probably San Andreas.
That's crazy. San Andreas is where I got all my West Coast hip hop from. Like, I know a lot of West Coast songs that are like before my time because of GTA San Andreas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's either San Andreas or no, what's in the city?
San Andreas had the best soundtrack. GTA 5 was good, but GTA San Andreas had the best soundtrack.
That is
sure. It's crazy because one thing I realized about GTA is that each GTA game had its own time period, right? So like, GTA San Andreas was like early 90s, like early 90s. Any GTA before that was like 80s. That's when you heard like a lot of Michael Jackson, so stuff like that. And it kept going back in time. So like for example, if a GTA game comes out this year, it would be based on a time period of probably 10 years before now. Like, I don't know if you ever noticed that, but every time a game comes out, it would always be like 10 years in history that the game, like the music soundtrack came from like 10 years from before it. And I always like, oh, it's dope. But like, GTA San Andreas was like early 90s, and then GTA was it not 4, but whatever was before San Andreas was like the time period 10 years before San Andreas.
But yeah, Daddy Yankee was the one who led it. He was a radio host.
That's dope. You know, Vaughn was on GTA 5, right?
What?
I think I told you this before. Vaughn he's one of the radio hosts in GTA 5.
Vaughn 1?
Yeah, Vaughn 1.
What?
Yeah,
You're lying.
Like he's still there now.
You're lying.
I'm not lying. I'm not kidding.
What? How did this happen?
I have yet to really figure out which voice is exactly him, because I think he's using a different voice, but he is definitely on GTA 5.
He's lying.
No, he's not lying. He
How
went.
did
He
that
did. He
happen?
went and did voiceover for Rockstar, and
Really?
yeah,
What the heck?
it's pretty crazy.
That's insane.
So if you're wondering why he's so surprised, it's because Von Juan is one of our good friends who lives here in Houston with us, and he told me that he did voiceover for Rockstar years ago, like around when GTA was just first releasing, and but he was not allowed to tell me exactly details because I guess it was a secret. and so it had me looking all over the radio stations looking for his voice. But I'm thinking he's using a different voice, a little bit different voice than his usual talking voice. But he's one of the radio DJs for one of the radio stations in GTA, probably one of the hip hop stations, I assume.
Will make the most sense.
He's a really big black guy. The big black guy voice.
Crazy too is that he actually has a radio station.
Yeah, he hacks the real radio station in real life. So
It
makes
works
sense. I mean, his voice is perfect for that kind of thing.
out. Right?
What's up, Sebastian Amaya? Good to see you. Man, we getting all the views today. All the views. Screenshot simulator.
What? Rocket power. Gotta grab me a snack right now. I think I'm gonna go eat some breakfast.
Breakfast sounds real nice right now. What's up, Ollie Briggs? Good to see you, man. Welcome aboard. We are 38 minutes and 30 seconds out from Puerto Rico. And please, again, guys, as another reminder, as we're only 30 minutes out, we'll probably be talking ATC in the next 15 minutes or so. Or more. I'm not really sure yet. We're contacting that. But maintain separation at least 5 miles. 5 to 10 miles. 10 miles to be safe, but 5 to 10 miles of separation before even contacting the Puerto Rico approach. What is that? What is it even called over there? Actually, approach is not online anymore. That's always great. So it's like Marcus is the only guy on there. Oh, good luck to him. There is no approach controller on. Winds, though, are 090 at 12. Visibility is 10. Few at 3,500. Temperature 29. And dew point 22. Altimeter 3003. So, what runway should we be expecting in Puerto Rico? It looks like the actives are runway 08 and 10. It's kind of weird because it's like a crossing approach, which is really interesting. Not really sure how that works. So I don't know if we're going to be doing parallels or not. I think last time I flew into Puerto Rico, I landed on runway 10. So we'll see. I don't really know which runway to expect. But we don't really need to change our arrival much to work out for that. So we'll see. At the moment, there is no approach controller online. There's only... Oh, I take that back. It just changed as I was talking. Yeah, now we have a different approach controller. So, approach is online. So, I would say about... I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe I don't know if any controllers are on stream right now. They could tell us how far out they would like us to contact them. Because last time they had a very specific request we contacted ATC so that everybody didn't contact at the same time. So if you're watching and you are part of IFATC and you're controlling right now, please let us know how far out you would like us to contact approach. If not, I'm thinking, let's see. I'll get back to you on that. Top of descent. I don't even have my charts up today. Let's see. Put my Navigraph charts and pull the charts for Puerto Rico. Flying to Puerto Rico got me in the mood for some Puerto Rican food. Tostones. Other things that have plantains.
Bro, don't talk about plantains, man. I love plantains. Just so delicious.
Puerto Rican food is really good.
I'm gonna have some of me plantains too.
She said she had like what 3 months supply of plantains over there.
Yeah. Well,
At
that's
her
the
house?
thing. Like you have to like, they take forever to get right. Before they
Oh,
actually ready.
Yeah, I don't understand. Plantains. I don't get it.
So
But like,
pick up bananas.
but like most of my life, I thought plantains and bananas were the same thing, but I'm completely wrong.
No, they're
They
the
are.
same thing. They just want to be different.
Okay, they're the same thing, but they want to be different. All right, sure.
Yeah.
Let's
Like,
go with that.
It's just a bigger banana. That's all it is. It's part of the banana.
It was just discovered by different people who named it differently.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Alright, well, I have the ILS ready for 8 and 10, depending on which one they give us. We'll have to see when we get there. What runway we get assigned to. Either way, I think they're pretty much going to be very similar approaches. Down to 3,200 for runway 08 and down to 1,500 for runway 10. So it actually is a bit different. I think 3,000 is a safe altitude to get down to if we don't have approach online. Yeah, you guys just saw the beautiful scenery of Haiti. I think we're about to cross over into Dominican Republic now, but beautiful. That's actually a good idea. Let me check live flight and see what runway they're using, because we're too far on the infinite flight map to see where they're landing yet. Click on live flight, I can see what runway they're using. Not gonna put it on the screen right now though. Let's see, so they're definitely using runway 8 for departures. But it looks like they might also be using runway 10 for that. I see one plane inbound right now. United 020, he's inbound for runway 10. So yeah, I think they might be using 10. The cool thing about the approach into San Juan, landing to the east, is you get to fly over Old San Juan, you get to fly over downtown Puerto Rico, not downtown Puerto Rico, downtown San Juan, Old San Juan, and downtown San Juan, as well as Isla Verde, and a bunch of other cool stuff. You also get to land just to the north of the Mall of San Juan, which is a new mall, I think. And then where all my family is, down in Carolina, which is just south of the airport. Yeah, it looks like they're landing 10. But that may change with traffic flow. So with so many people inbound, with so much traffic, they may they may change it up. So, but right now it looks like they're landing runway 10. And we'll expect runway 10 unless told otherwise. Yeah, if you look at the map on live flight, there's a lot of vectors happening. It's the north of the runway. Yeah, Starly very rarely needs spacing because he's first, so he needs space only because there's nobody in front of him. Let's try to get our descent right this time though, because last time we flew to Puerto Rico, I overflew it by like 10,000 feet.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, it's a lot. I was like 10,000 feet too high. I flew to Puerto Rico last time. Gotta calculate our descent a bit better this time. So on X-Plane 11, I have a 1 terabyte external hard drive I have dedicated to add-on scenery and only scenery. And I've mentioned a lot of times that I'm always working on, making new scenery for different areas of the world, and I've been working on Southern California and a bunch of other areas as well. I've come to the point where that whole 1 terabyte drive is full. I have like 100 megabytes of space left on it. And that's all just X-Plane scenery, add-on scenery. That's it. So I'm looking on Amazon now to get a bigger drive. Like there's a 2 terabyte one that's not too expensive, but I know I'm gonna fill that up in like another year. It didn't take me very long to fill this one up, and I still have a lot of places I want to make scenery for. Like I said, right now I only have mostly like the U.S. like Florida, like I have Houston to like Louisiana, then I have Florida up to Atlanta, and then I have Washington up to Boston, and then I have like Chicago, Denver, a few little spots here and there. I want to do Seattle and Utah because scenery in Seattle, Utah is freaking amazing, all the way up to Idaho. So I would really like to like make scenery from Idaho all the way down to Utah to Denver, Colorado. I don't have enough space to do that anymore. I also want to finish up making scenery in Alaska. I started making scenery in Alaska, made a ton of it, but now that I don't have any more space, I need to get another drive. So Starly is recommending that I get a 4 terabyte one to get a little bit cheaper. So what I found though, let me go to my Amazon wish list real quick, because I found another one that I'm thinking about getting. Thinking long term, so I found an 8 gigabyte Seagate expansion, Seagate expansion 8 terabyte desktop external hard drive. This is the kind that you just sit on your desk, it never moves, and you plug it in. It's cost like it's US $149.99 US dollars. That's 8 terabytes. That's a lot of space. That's a lot of freaking space. That's a lot of freaking space. Like, that is more space than I have on all my devices anywhere in my building right now. It's crazy because I would probably dedicate that just to games. Like game stuff. Like scenery at first, but when I fill it up, I'll probably take everything off. But yeah, so I want to keep building more scenery because I love how it looks. I love flying over like beautiful scenery areas on X-Plane 11. And I'm not planning on stopping doing that anytime soon. So, we'll see. But it's $150. I don't know that right now. There's other things that I want to spend that same amount of money on.
Yeah, what's the next race at?
Next week we'll be racing at Dover.
Dover? Do I want to get it?
It's up to you. I haven't even got it yet myself. I'm planning on getting it. I am planning on getting it, yes. I'm not planning on not getting it. I just haven't gotten it yet. Oh, look at the F-22 with its gear down at 550 knots.
Kind of hoping to be already B class by this week, but that's how the day go. I don't see
How
that
far are
happening.
you away though? Oh snap, we got a new subscriber. His name is J Near something. Thank you, bro. I didn't catch your last name. But thank you for that new sub. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family. But we flying American today. In formation with this F-22. Legitness over the Caribbean.
Let's see how much I lost with that last
Yeah, how
race.
close are you? 'Cause yeah, next week we're racing at Dover. And I am definitely planning on racing
Cool.
there. It's a hard track though. Thank you, Eric's. Sorry, it's so small on my screen, but thank you, Eric's, for the subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow family, my friend. Really hard sometimes for me to read your names, guys. It's just so it pops up so small. Oh, there we go. I made it bigger. TCAS alert. Traffic. Same altitude. And how are we looking right now? We're 26 minutes out, 241 nautical miles out. Let's see, where we want to be. Let's start thinking about descent now. I want to make sure we're there on time. If we're landing at runway 10, we're going to need to be at 1,000 feet when we get here.
Oh, so some other good news that I had got yesterday. On my trading account, I decided to go live, so I'm using my actual real account with real money inside of it, not just my demo.
Dope.
And I made my first dollar.
Nice.
So I started my first profit. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Made your first dollar. That's amazing. And you didn't really do anything to get that dollar.
No, I spent like 2 minutes on copying and pasting things. Then I left it alone.
That's dope. That's really dope. That's really, really dope. At Malku.
I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna go eat breakfast before I meet up with you here pretty soon. So I will see you guys later.
All right, bro. Catch you later.
You'll have a good one.
Alright, so at Malku, we want to be around 1,000 feet. 1,500 though, I believe is what the chart says. Let's see real quick. Runway 10, yeah, 1,500, around that high. Want to be at when we get there. Again, this all kind of depends on whether or not we get approach vectors. So I'm kind of planning just in case we don't, alright? But we'll be there at Malku. And let's see, when we off, which is only about 18 miles from there, we can probably go, I would say like 5,000 at the highest. What's Kotak at? So Kotak is way back here. I would probably want to start descending. How far away from Kotak right now? We are, oh, we're pretty far. So we're still like 100, we're like 94 miles away from Kotak at the moment. See you, Jay Near. Thanks for joining in, bro. Have a good flight. Oh, that sucks. You got ghosted because you accidentally overshot the hold short line. Dang. Yes, sir, Seneca Tech. Thank you very much, my friend. Yes, sir. Expecting delays in Puerto Rico today, as usual. Somebody got ghosted already for this flight. Dang. Yeah, good idea, Star. I'm taking a look at live flight now, kind of get an idea where everybody's getting vectored. It looks like they're getting vectored to the north, though. Or like more like south, and then over the airport to the north, and then back around, kind of like a spiral approach. But let's go with like 18,000 at. Just trying to get this configured. 78 miles between Korov. Between. About 80 miles between Kotak and Korov. So I'm thinking of descending at Kotak, but maybe descending earlier than that too. I really just want to be at a good altitude when we contact approach, so we don't have to get any extra vectors for our altitude. That's my main thing right now. Since approach is online, I'm not really trying to descend for the arrival so much because we don't really have an arrival today. Not really using an arrival today. Somebody else got ghosted? How are you guys getting ghosted already? That sucks, guys. That sucks if you got ghosted. That means a whole other week before you guys can fly on expert server. Now we can now see the end of the Dominican Republic. Trying not to spend too much time in the map view if I don't have to. There's a lot of scenery to be seen. I think I've only been ghosted one time, and that's when I first, like, that was like my first day on Infinite Flight. It's the only time I ever got ghosted. I was on training server, and I guess I didn't know what I was doing. I probably didn't, because I was brand new to the game. I was at San Diego. This is before Global. It was crazy busy, and I think I either landed or I took off without ATC permission or something, and I got ghosted. But I didn't know what ghosting meant at the time, so I had no idea what just happened. I was like, okay, well, I can still see everybody. But I didn't realize when you get ghosted, you can still see them. They can't see you. But that's the only time I've ever been ghosted. And yeah, ATC are being very strict. So, think twice before you make those moves. Alright, 50 miles to our next waypoint. Still trying to figure out where we should descend. I'm not really thinking very hard about it either. So I'm thinking if we descend at KTOC, we'll be fine. At KTOC, we'll still be 120 miles out. But now we can see the traffic around San Juan. We can see they're definitely vectoring everyone south in a spiral to the south of the airport, to the east of the airport, and back around to the north. 10. So it's very apparent now. We can see exactly what's going on now that we're close enough. I still don't think we'll be able to like hear the ATIS. Let's see if we can hear the ATIS. Far for the ATIS right now. So please guys, one last reminder, maintain 5 miles plus separation between the aircraft ahead of you before contacting approach. And they can ghost you if you are not doing that. Not sure if fighter jets will count. I don't want to test them. Altitude on final should be somewhere around 1,500 feet when you meet the glide slope for runway 10. So, Rob, if you got ghosted, there's really no point of staying, to be honest with you, because no longer, like, that landing won't count. The XP you got on this flight won't count. Like, pretty much this whole flight has just been erased, just like erased and replaced with a ghost. So, from my understanding, so I mean, it's up to you. You can continue flying and you can see everybody. You can do pretty much whatever you want when you're ghosted, but yeah, it's up to you, man. Okay, you're not ghosted. Okay, then finish the flight then. leaving the Dominican Republic. We'll be descending soon. We are 15 minutes out. What's up, Too Slick for you plays? Good to see you, man. Oh yeah, we do have tailwind. 51 not tailwind. You can see the arrivals and the departures. It's crazy. It looks like a hurricane surrounding San Juan right now. It's crazy. Alright, we'll start our descent now. I'll go down to... I'll do 11,000. I think we're close enough. Just don't want to descend too early or too late. About 1,500. I'll probably go up to 2,000. The descent rate once we get the speed situated. Should still be out of range. Yeah, we are. ATC. Alright, descending. Mach 0.84. Looks good to me. Down to 2,000 feet per minute. Not too steep. The approach seems to be pretty organized at the moment. He's not really sending people too far out. I think I would say it's about, I don't know, like a 20 to 25 mile range around San Juan at the moment. As far as they're going. I think this circle in the middle, I think it's about 10 miles surrounding. I think. And there's Puerto Rico over there. Almost there.
Ladies and gentlemen, those double chimes indicate that we're well into our descent, so all electronic equipment needs to be turned off at this time and safely stowed away along with any other carry-on luggage you may have taken out. Also, please check to make sure that your seat back is in the full upright position, your tray table stored and locked in place, and your seatbelt fastened. For those of you in our business and first class cabins, if you would make sure that you push the green airplane reset mode button, and for those of you in first class, your shoulder straps must be fastened.
Welcome Jay Blake and Jackson Stewart, welcome back. And Emery GHG, good to see you. 114 nautical miles out. Sydney down to 11,000. Lined up in the sequence. Holy crap, look at how busy. It's about to be a bunch of different. Spiral is going to definitely open up probably with all of us flying. I'm not sure. I didn't actually do a count how many of us were flying together. But it's enough to make to fill the skies up, that's for sure. You can also see, if I zoom out, you can see some more people flying in from like the Florida area. Another reason, like I mentioned before, is like I didn't really want to fly from Florida or from my from Orlando, because you really only get to see the Bahamas on the way out. You fly out, you kind of see the coast of Florida, which is actually a very nice view. Then you fly off into the ocean. You see a little bit of Bahamas for like 5 minutes, and then you're like nothing but water the rest of the way. And if I'm gonna fly over the water, I would rather just do a long haul, you know, because usually flying over the water is not very eventful. It's kind of boring. It's like, you know, it's something you would rather sleep through. Not much to look at. But flying from Cuba or from, you know, even from Cancun over here, you get to see the actual Caribbean. You get to see Cuba. You get to see Haiti, Dominican Republic. You get to see Jamaica if you were flying from Cancun, you know. So I wanted to do a flight where I could actually see a little bit more scenery than just blue water the entire flight. That's why I decided to fly Cancun instead of Orlando. Even though Orlando is a great flight, and I recommend you guys, if you'll be doing a flight anytime today for Friday Night Flight, the suggested route is Orlando to Puerto Rico, and it is actually a very good flight. I just didn't prefer to do it today. My own preference. So NECA Tech is saying expect about a 20-minute delay on the arrival. What did they do to me in Norwegian Friday Night Flight? I don't remember. That was too long ago. Oh, they forgot about me. Yeah, they forgot about me. What's up, time-lapse Captain Paul? Good to see you. Did they forget about Starly? How could you forget about Starly? His, like, call sign is Starly. Let's see, where are you at? No, you're not forgotten. You're not far out there. You're not that far. You're still on the island. You're on the south side of the island, but you're still on the island. Yeah, they vectored you way out there too, though, because they've already turned the Caribbean 1851 and VH 402, who were right behind you, I think. Puerto Rico is a class Bravo, isn't it? Yes, it's a class Bravo. 8 feet is the elevation. Uh-oh, what's up? What's going on here, guys? What's all this separation problems we're having? Got to slow up. Now we're passing 25,000, still going 2,000 feet per minute. Flying just past the western side of Puerto Rico near, what's it called? Aguadilla. The airport I'm very familiar with because I actually had to sleep in that airport. I'll never forget it. I had never heard of that airport, never heard of that city in my life until I had to sleep in it. It's this one right here. Rafael Hernandez, aka Aguadilla Airport. It's a very small airport to the west side of Puerto Rico. There's like 3 flights out of there, 3 airline flights in and out of there like a day. One for United, one for JetBlue, and one for somebody else. I think Spirit. And that's it. One flight. So I was not able to get on those flights, so I stayed a night in Aguadilla. It's a very small airport too. Like if I had to sleep in an airport, I'm okay if it's a big airport, has some nice comfortable seats, you know what I'm saying, like some Wi-Fi, all that good stuff. But this airport was tiny, didn't have any of that. Matter of fact, it closed. Most airports that I've been to don't close. Like the airport in my hometown in Houston does not, like, it never closes. Oh, look at that. A plane just flew under us. Not sure where he's going. The KLM. I didn't see him on the map. It is KLM. Let's see, where is he headed to? Actually, it says he was going to San Juan. I don't know where he's going now. He flew from Amsterdam to San Juan. I don't know why he must have got forgotten because he's going the wrong way. Or maybe his flight plan is just wrong. Maybe he didn't update his flight plan. But his flight says he's going to San Juan from Amsterdam, so he's already been flying for a really long time. Now he's flying in the wrong direction. IAH in Houston, not HOU. I hate the HOU airport. Absolutely hate it. Whenever I fly, I always fly out of KIAH and not KHOU. People who are not from Houston don't know the difference. It's okay, because you're not from Houston. You wouldn't know the difference. It's not your fault. But if you live in Houston, you know the difference. Like, pretty much, KIAH is the same difference as, like, if you're from Chicago, the same difference would be like from Midway to Chicago O'Hare. And if you're not from there either, basically it's like IAH is the international airport and HOU is the budget airport. So all the cheap flights fly in and out of HOU. So if you want to fly Spirit, or actually you can fly Spirit from either of them, but if you want to fly Southwest or one of the more cheaper budget airlines, the less nice airlines, you're gonna fly out of HOU. It's also really far from me. It would take me about an hour to drive out there, when I could drive to IAH in about 30 minutes. Alright, so I've slowed down to maintain separation ahead of these guys ahead of me. They're all kind of like slowed up though. Not slowed up, they're all kind of like clustered together. Slow down a bit more, down to like 270. Just to make sure, so I think they're slowing down ahead of me too. They're going 402 knots. Yeah, so we're still slower than them, so we should be okay. I will turn the seatbelt signs on. That is Puerto Rico off to our right. I'm expecting lots of vectors. If you look on the map, you can see that spiral is getting wider. It is no longer that one small single spiral. Now he's vectoring people a whole lot farther out. I don't know if did he remember Starly eventually? Or is he still forgotten? Yep, he's out there. There he is. I don't know why that KLM flight's going the opposite way. I don't know. I don't get that. Captain Jeff. Closer I get, the more confused I get of how like people are getting vectored out here. Waiting contact approach now. We're only 50 miles out. West approach to San Luis.
Expect vectors for the
810.
Isles approach runway 8 at Luis Munoz.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
American
I was gonna say runway 10.
360.
He'll give us whatever he wants. I guess I have to request a visual ride. We'll do visual.
Descend and maintain 8,000.
Why not?
Blue 116 is 19 nautical miles north of Antonio Nari at
I haven't listened to the
15,300
ATIS either.
feet.
Whoops.
Requesting visual approach runway 10 at Luis Munoz.
97 arrivals. Not bad. I've seen more, but not bad. The problem is, like, at this point I've already sent him a message requesting approach, and so I don't want to switch over to ATIS and miss his commands to me, you know what I'm saying? So I should have tried to listen to the ATIS first before I contacted him, which is how you're supposed to do it.
San Juan approach.
Hasn't replied, has he?
American 167 heavy, with you.
November 197 Mike Juliet, turn left, heading 190.
Hasn't replied
Delta
yet.
19, contact Luis Munoz Tower on 13.
We're at 13,000 though. Turning right.
Contacting Luis Munoz Tower on 132.05. Delta 19. Speedbird 909 Super. Requesting visual approach any runway at Luis Munoz.
Turn right heading 110, Moku 49.
Alright, we go expect vectors for the ILS approach runway 10 at Louis. That sounds good to me.
Runway 10 at Luis Munoz.
Roger,
Blue
Blue
116.
116.
Turn left heading 35. Blue
Turn right heading
140,
140, descend at
right heading
8,000.
140, descend and maintain 8,000.
Right 140 down there.
American
nav mode off.
838 is 18
Right,
nautical miles
140
northeast
down
of
to
Antonio Neri at
8,000. Oh wait, we don't want to do that yet. We don't want to do that yet. We
Requesting
want to slow
radar
down.
vectors to Luis Munoz.
Alright, so let's slow down first, down to about 230 knots.
Turn right heading 140. Descend
Spoilers
and
out.
maintain 8,000. Blue 116.
Get that speed down first. We'll probably pull back the vertical speed here a little bit so we can lose some speed a little bit quicker so we can get down below 10,000 feet. Not break that break that speed
American
restriction we have at
838 is
10,000.
18 nautical miles northeast of Antonio Neri at 9,600 feet. Requesting radar vectors to Luis Munoz.
Shamrock 981.
There's 235 knots.
8,000.
1,000, and we are cleared to go beneath 10,000 feet, so it changes to 8,000.
Turn left heading 010. Caribbean 1000.
And we'll bring our vertical speed back down.
Thai 2866 is 18 nautical miles north of Rafael Hernandez of 26,100 feet, requesting aisles approach any runway
Lane
at
lights
Luis
on.
Munoz.
Turn right
As we're
heading
going back down
260,
under 10,000
descend and
feet.
maintain 8,000, Redwood 212.
Turn left heading 100, Caribbean
Speed
229.
cross check.
Blue 18017, turn right heading 180.
Spoilers are still
right,
on. We'll
heading
leave one. We're probably gonna have to leave one
18017.
to keep the speed up. If I let them go, you'll see that airspeed go way up real quick. I just don't trust it. If I wasn't on infinite flight, I'd probably get rid of speed brakes, but I don't trust it on infinite flight.
Descend and maintain 6000. American 360, turn left heading 070.
Separation ahead of us looks
Descend and
pretty good.
maintain 6000.
American 838 is 19
Except
nautical
separation
miles
between these
northwest
two
of
guys
Fernando
looks really
Luis at
bad.
10,000 feet, requesting
Other than
visual
that,
approach any runway
our
at Luis
separation with the
Munoz.
rest of the group
November
looks pretty good to
197
me.
Mike Juliet,
As you
turn
can see
left
right now, most
heading
people are being
120,
sent on
descend
a
and maintain 4000, maintain 4000 until
east of the
established on
airport down on the
localizer,
south side.
cleared aisles runway 10 approach.
We'll probably expect the same
Air Force
thing.
53, turn left heading 190, descend and maintain
Airport, I believe the
4000.
airport is right ahead of us.
Turn left heading 190.
That is.
Descend and maintain
Don't think we can
4000.
see it from
Air
here.
Force 53.
Blue 120 is 17 nautical miles north.
I mean, I know where it is because I flew here before. It's right over there.
Requesting aisles approach any runway at Luis Munoz. American 838 is 17 nautical miles northwest of Fernando Luis at
It doesn't show that I'm
10,000
online on
feet,
Twitch. Doesn't make any
requesting
sense.
visual approach any runway
Check.
at Luis Munoz.
Blue 120, expect vectors for the aisles approach
Yeah, I'm online on
runway
Twitch.
10 at Luis Munoz.
Watching
Turn
it right now.
heading 150,
You might need to
descend and
refresh
maintain
your
8000,
Twitch because
Hotel
I'm
India
definitely
Bravo Lima
online.
uniform.
Roger, Blue 120.
Blue 120, turn right heading 180, descend and maintain 8000.
If you have any problem with Twitch,
Turn
you can
right
slide over to
heading
YouTube and watch on
180,
YouTube.
descend and maintain
At the
8000.
moment,
Blue
Twitch
120.
and YouTube seem to be running smoothly. I have not dropped a single frame.
20 nautical miles north of
So there should not be any
Antonio
lag for anyone.
23,300 feet, requesting aisles approach any runway at Luis Munoz. Spirit winds 1,467, turn left heading 280.
Just because ATC doesn't
Victor
reply
Hotel
does not
40
actually mean
turn left
that they're
heading
ignoring you. It just means that they're
010.
occupied.
Sierra Tango Alpha Romeo Lima Echo
They will reply
Yankee,
to you when they get a
descend and
chance.
maintain 6000.
Turn left heading 010, Victor Hotel 402.
Telling you guys,
American
some of you guys would
360,
definitely not make it
descend
flying
and maintain
VFR.
4000.
There's so many rules of VFR. If you're flying into a class B like we're doing right now, a class Bravo airspace, and you contact ATC and they don't reply to you, and you're like, why is ATC ignoring me? Well, that's because you are a lower priority.
Turn right heading 170.
Alright, 170,
Blue
and head.
116.
American 777 heavy, turn left heading 100.
We are at 8,000, so now we can get rid of the spoilers because speed should be good there. I'm also going to speed up to about 249.
Turn left heading 100, American 777 Heavy.
Blue 1817, turn right heading 260.
I replied to him, didn't I?
Descend and maintain 6000.
Turn right
Yeah, I
heading
did.
260. Descend and maintain 6000. Blue 18017.
Sierra Tango Alpha Romeo Lima Echo Yankee, turn left.
That's weird,
heading
Lord Hun.
280.
I'm not really sure
Turn
why
left heading 280.
it's not showing
Sierra
up.
Tango Alpha Romeo
Let me
Lima
see.
Echo
Let me go to my
Yankee.
actual channel.
Hotel India Bravo
I'm
Lima
watching on my
uniform is 10
dashboard.
nautical miles south of Fernando Luis at 8,000 feet, requesting visual approach runway 10 at Luis Munoz.
Yeah, it seems to be- it's working
167
for
heavy,
me.
expect vectors for the aisles approach runway
Not sure why it's
10
not
at
showing
Luis
up for you, man.
Munoz. American 167
Is anybody else
heavy,
that's watching
turn
on
right
Twitch
heading
having an issue with
160,
seeing
descend
the
and
string?
maintain 8,000.
Twitch?
Thank you.
Can I get anybody else to check that for me?
49. American
Very helpful.
360, turn right heading 080, descend and maintain 4000.
Yes, if you send duplicate messages, you can get ghosted. So also our left wing right now is, I believe that's Old San Juan over there, as well as downtown San Juan, which is kind of like the same thing. Not the same thing, but they're very close together. Old San Juan is like the original
Turn right
downtown
heading
San Juan. There's a lot of
350.
fun out there.
Descend and maintain 4000. Blue 18017.
Downtown San
Turn right
Juan.
heading 070, descend and
Not very far
maintain
past it.
8000. November 9.
See if I can find myself in live flight map again.
American 838, requesting descent to 7,000.
JetBlue 318, turn left, heading 010.
Turn left heading 010, JetBlue 318.
Turn left
Where
heading
am I?
010, Victor 0 India Delta.
Air Force 53,
See
please
me at
check
all.
tutorials on the forum for assistance
Oh, I'm way
using
over here.
ATC instructions.
Farther out
Air
than I
Force
thought.
53, maintain lowest practical speed.
Yeah, he's gonna vector us
American
around.
009 is 18 nautical miles
already
northeast of Antonio
too
Mary
far
at
out.
17,400
Yeah, he's already.
feet.
Yeah, we're already south of the
Requesting
airport, so we're
Isles
definitely gonna have to
approach
go all the way
runway
around.
10 Luis Munoz.
So we're throwing right into the
Julius
mix with
Bravo
everybody,
uniform
else. So we're taking the
001,
scenic
turn
route
left,
all the
heading
way in.
140.
At least our
Shanghai
altitude is good this time.
981 is 10 nautical miles west of Bukharin at 8,000 feet.
See if we can get a
Requesting
left wing
flight
view.
following to Luis Munoz.
Turn
The
right
city.
heading 190, climb and maintain 6000, Air Force 53.
American 360, contact Luis Munoz Tower on 132.05.
You only see
Golf
hostings.
Echo
That is
Tango
very
Yankee
strange.
November Heavy. Requesting
Yeah, so
radio
Starley
vector
said he
Luis
just went on
Munoz.
Twitch and he says it's
Turn
working
left
for
heading
him.
280, Caribbean
Austria.
1851.
San Juan approach, American 1250.
You're in Germany, but you're just it's not working.
Turn left,
Maybe a
heading
Twitch problem.
080, descendant
Maybe a
maintain
Twitch
5000,
problem.
American 265. Blue 1817, turn right heading 060.
Turn right heading 060, Blue 1817.
Matilda, we are flying to Puerto Rico. Matter of fact, we're flying right over Puerto Rico right now. Being vectored for the runway 10 approach. ILS approach. So that means we're probably gonna have to add another 20 minutes or so to this flight. San Juan, Puerto Rico, yes sir, to be exact. He hasn't given us any speed to maintain. We're just kind of going wherever we want to go. I'm at 240. I actually could go a bit faster if I wanted, but we'll leave it at 240.
United 98, turn left, heading 010.
San Juan approach, Caribbean 428, with you.
Turn left, heading 010, United 98.
I don't think I'm getting a straight in approach.
Blue 116.
100 at 6,000. Alright.
Descend and maintain 6,000.
Turn left heading 100, descend and maintain 6000, Blue 116.
Blue 1817, turn right heading
How about that?
080.
Definitely not getting a straight in approach. We're definitely getting vectored.
1817, contact Lewis Munoz Tower
I
on
thought we might have got a
132.05.
straight in approach. We could have gotten one.
Shamrock 981 is 5
As far as we were
nautical
out
miles
earlier,
southwest of
but I don't think we're
Himalaya
gonna get
Regional at 8,100 feet, requesting visual approach runway 10 at Luis Munoz.
Contacting Luis Munoz Tower on
Alright, down to 6,000.
132.05, Blue 1817.
What up, Alex Pete? Long time no see. Good to see you, man.
Radar
Welcome back.
vectors to Luis Munoz.
Speedbird 909 Super. Requesting visual approach any runway.
Yeah,
at
Starley,
Luis
find us a good
Munoz.
parking spot, bro.
Golf Echo Tango Yankee November Heavy, turn right heading 150. Qatari 420, Roger. Shamrock 900.
Thank you, Nathan. Appreciate that, bro. I was always wondering about that on Infinite Flight. Like, if I want to check the ATIS, in real life, usually you have like 2 radios, and you can actually listen to the ATIS while staying on the frequency that you're on, like on approach or on center or whatever. But on Infinite Flight, you can only be tuned into one frequency at a time. It's the same way like on X-Plane and certain aircraft that only allow you to tune into one frequency at a time. You can't actually monitor one. So Nathan's now saying that you can check the ATIS quickly, and ATC can actually see that you're tuned into the ATIS, and then reconnect with approach, and you don't need to make any further requests. So that sounds great. So I'm expecting to get vectored for a little while to the east now, so I'm gonna go ahead and check the ATIS now.
JetBlue 318, turn
I think I
left,
have to.
heading 310.
Turn left heading 310, Victor 0 India Delta.
November 932 Mike Charlie, requesting descent to 4,000.
Mission Golf.
Turn right heading 280, Shamrock 981. Roger, American 009. Land Cargo 14, turn right heading 080, descend and maintain 5,000. Redwood 212, turn
Alright, so we have
right
information,
heading
Golf.
350, descend and maintain
It says that
6,000.
landing runway 08 and
Airport,
10.
Attis information goal.
Right now they're
Time
mainly using 10.
1534 Zulu, wind 070 at 16, Visibility 10.
Don't be surprised if you get runway 08.
QNH1016 remarks, intersection departures allowed, no pattern work allowed. Straight out departures only, landing runways 8 and 10, departing runways 8 and 10 NOTAMS, event in progress, expect delays, advise on initial contact.
Alex Pete, your birthday's in 5 days, man. That's cool.
Romeo Echo Delta 2.
Again, guys, I've been mentioning this all week, just trying to get you guys prepared. But I am moving today, so when the stream is over, I'm gonna be tearing down my setup. I might take a picture of it before I leave too. I haven't taken a picture of my setup, but I'm gonna be. I'll probably post it on my story, or I might post it on my Instagram somewhere on my Discord. But I'll be tearing everything down, and I'll be going to get the truck, and I'll be moving to our new. Not really a new place. With some people moving out today, and probably moving out the whole weekend. I have some more pictures I'll be posting on Instagram, some other things I've been doing this week, but I don't know what my schedule's going to be for next week. I don't know what time I'm doing Friday night flight next week. I don't know if we're going to be doing Friday night flight next week. I don't really know anything at the moment, so it kind of depends. Sorry about that. The main thing for me whenever I stream, do videos, that I want a quiet room, a quiet house. So I usually don't stream or make videos when people are around, because they either like to come in and distract me or make all these noises in the background, stuff like that. So that's why I don't know what time it'll be available, because it won't just be me and my wife anymore. We'll be living with some other people. So that being said, again, I don't plan on stopping making videos. I don't plan on stopping streaming. I just don't know what my schedule is going to be after today. So I'll definitely try to keep you guys updated on Twitter and on Discord. I'll let my mods know what I know, and they can relay the messages there. Flying over the mountains though over here in Puerto Rico, it just reminds me. And I love flying places that I actually have been to, because I have stories. Like flying over here we're flying west to the west of Puerto Rico now. And these mountains, like Infinite Flight doesn't do it justice how amazing these mountains look in real life. I remember going up on these mountains in Puerto Rico and hiking the mountains. We went on like a 2-hour hike in Puerto Rico. The first time I went out there, it was so much fun. The weather was nice. It actually started raining on the top of the mountain. It like rains every single day in the mountains. Not all day, but just like for like an hour or so each day, it rains on top of the mountains every single day. I'm not moving far though. I'm staying in the same city. I'm moving like right down the street. I'm also kind of not. I also have to make sure my internet is working good. So I gotta upgrade the internet there and get all my setup, all that stuff. I'm not sure how long it's gonna take. It won't take too long because my actual job requires me to have a computer. So it's gonna be pretty high priority to get my computer and everything set up.
Blue 120, turn right heading 030.
Turn right heading 030, Blue 120.
Avianca 786 is 10 nautical miles northeast of Mercedita International at 9,100 feet. Requesting aisles approach any runway at Luis Munoz.
Oh, Thomas got runway 8. Cool. See how traffic's looking now. We're now to the west of the airport. And again, as you can see, you can already tell, like, traffic is kind of flowing a spiral up to the north, and it's going to bring it back down.
Caribbean 1851, maintain slowest practical speed.
So let's see, as far as traffic that I see, we have Starly's on final now.
Turn left heading 130, descend and maintain 3000. Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared aisles runway 10. Spirit wings 1467.
15, 16. So we're like number 16 right now. Fine.
Shamrock 981, requesting descent to 6,000. American 777 Heavy.
Could divert and land at this airport.
010. Romeo Echo Delta 2, turn left.
Be on the ground a whole lot faster.
Turn left heading 30.
I actually don't have to be on approach to land there.
Caribbean 1851, turn left, heading 120, descend and maintain 3000, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared aisles runway 10 approach. JetBlue 318, turn left, heading 280. Thai 2866 is 6 nautical miles south of Luis Munoz at 5,000 feet, requesting aisles approach runway 8 at Luis Munoz.
Can you have my PC? If you give me a new, better one, yeah, you can have my PC.
American 009.
You know what's funny?
Expect
Finding Passion
vectors
actually
for the
got a
Isles
very
approach
similar
runway
PC to
8
what
at
I
Luis
have,
Munoz.
but better.
American 167
So I
heavy,
stream in
turn left
1080 because
heading
my screen is 1080.
250.
I don't have a
American
1440
009,
screen
turn
where I could
left
stream at
heading
1440,
150.
but my screen is just not
Caribbean 1 is
1440, so I can't do
nautical miles
1440.
northwest of
But
Antonio Rivera at 10,000
so he got
feet.
a bit
Requesting
better
Isles
computer
approach
than I
on
did,
runway at Luis Munoz.
and he actually paid less than I did. So I thought about going back
Turn
and
left
buying the
heading
PC that he got
250.
and selling mine.
American 167 heavy.
But I ended up not doing that. I didn't have the money at the time to get it.
Turn left heading 190.
But what I wanted to do is I wanted to go back
Descend
and buy
4000.
the PC that he got, not his PC, but the same.
Thai 2000
Like I want to go to the same company that he got his PC from and
Turn
buy the
right
PC he
heading
got,
210.
and then just go back and sell mine and just start all over again with the new
Requesting
PC again.
descent to 6000.
But
Turn right
didn't have the money at the
heading
time.
210, Thai 2000
Probably better that way.
866.
Don't really need it, and my PC is already really good.
17
So
nautical miles southeast of Antonio Neri
does
at
everything I need to
5,000
do and
feet.
more.
Requesting Isles approach any runway at Luis Munoz.
American 1254 heavy. Expect vectors for the Isles.
About that
approach
time,
runway
my stomach is
10
growling. I
Luis
am hungry.
Munoz. JetBlue 1331. Expect vectors for the Isles approach.
CJ Thu, you do not have to remind me. Y'all like to leave the past in the past.
Turn left heading 150. Descend and maintain 8000. Turn right heading 140. Descend and maintain 8000. American 1000.
Not worried about how I landed last time.
Heavy.
Focus
November
on
1
not doing
Tango
that this time.
Romeo. Turn left heading 160.
Turn left heading 150. Descend and maintain 8000.
Alright, see you, Alex P.
Blue 1331.
Blue 120. Turn right heading 100. Turn left heading 170. Shamrock.
Yeah, I mean you can run X-Plane
981.
11 on a lower end PC. You're just gonna be like
United
your
Blue
frame. Hold up, here we go.
116, turn
Left 050
heading
5000.
050, descend and maintain 5000. American 22, descend and maintain 6000.
Turn left heading 050.
Yeah, you're just gonna
descend and maintain
suffer on
5,000.
frame rates, and you may have to turn all the
116.
settings down.
Descend
And at that point, you'd just be better off playing Infinite Flight because your scenery would be so horrible. You wouldn't be able to have clouds, and you wouldn't be able to have high-res ground textures once you turn all the settings down on X-Plane 11. So again, you just might as well just play either X-Plane 10 mobile or Infinite Flight mobile, rather than turn all the settings down on X-Plane 11.
Requesting visual approach runway 8 at Luis Munoz. American 167 heavy, turn right heading 340, descend and maintain 6000. Land cargo 14, contact Luis Munoz Tower on 132.05. Thai 2866, turn left heading 230.
Let's see.
Contacting Luis
I already got
Munoz
people
Tower on
complaining that they are so far from
132.05.
there.
Land cargo 14.
Turn right.
Wow,
heading
look at these guys
340.
way down here.
Descend and maintain 6000. American
Are they
167
going?
heavy.
Are these guys going to Puerto
Air
Rico?
India 1, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 10 at Luis Munoz.
There's people like vectored
Shamrock
all across the south side
981,
of Puerto Rico,
requesting
like so
descent to
far out there.
6000. Air India
It
1,
could be
turn
one of the
left
reasons that they could
heading
be
020,
one of the reasons they
descend
could
and
be
maintain 8000.
vectored so far
Sunrise
out
Road,
could be because they're so
Alpha
high.
Charlie 733 with you. Thai 2000
That's why you want to make sure your
866,
altitude is pretty good before you contact approach, because if not,
Turn left heading
have longer
190.
vectors.
Descend and maintain 4000. Victor
I'm
0
playing
India
about the
Delta.
crosses. There's that KLM
Descend
flight
and
again. Is that
maintain
the same guy?
6,000.
No, he's in
JetBlue
747.
318.
November 1 Tango Romeo,
I
turn
think
left
he's
heading
leaving.
060. Turn left heading
Parting.
060. November 1 Tango
About to fly
Romeo.
over us, about
Redwood
10,000 feet over us.
212, turn right heading 240.
Probably can't see
Emirates
him. I think he's too far.
944 is 5 nautical miles northwest of Antonio Neri at
I think
8,000 feet.
Vieques is out here too, another part of Puerto Rico. It's a small little island off to the
Turn right
east side
heading
of
240, Redwood 212.
Puerto Rico that I really wanted to visit,
Shamrock
and I still want to visit next time I
981
go.
is 17 nautical miles south of Mercedita International at 8,000
Off a
feet.
small island off to the
Requesting visual approach
right side of
runway
Puerto Rico or the
10
east
at
side called
Luis
Vieques.
Munoz.
Edivid 1 is 14 nautical
Island out
miles
there.
northwest of Fernando Luis at
Yeah,
9,500
the beaches actually
feet.
glow.
Requesting Isles approach runway 10 at Luis Munoz.
Caribbean 229, turn left heading 290. Shamrock 981 is 19 nautical miles southwest of Santa Isabel at 8,000 feet, requesting visual approach runway 10 at Luis Munoz. Cathay 138 is 12 nautical miles northwest of Antonio Neri at 11,100 feet, requesting visual approach runway 10.
There's a lot of separation ahead of us.
Avianca 786 is 17 nautical miles southwest of
Makes me feel like maybe I'm going too slow.
feet, requesting aisles approach any runway at Luis Munoz.
Maybe we're okay.
San Juan approach, Alpha Charlie 733, would you?
Turn left heading 070.
So, I'm really hoping that we don't get a go around or, you know, anything like that, because that's gonna, yeah, that's gonna make us have to go do all this all over again. Alright, left heading 360.
Turn left heading 360, Blue 116.
JetBlue 318, turn left heading 190, descend and maintain 4000.
Turn left heading 190.
Starly, are you on the ground yet? What's up, Basim Journal? Or is that it, Journal? Jamal, thank you for that subscription. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family.
Delta 1736. United 98, turn left heading 190, descend and
Flying
maintain
banana,
4000.
that's funny.
Turn left heading 190, descend and maintain 4000.
If you say he forgot about you until now, he probably didn't forget about you. Avia Mac, thank you for that subscription, my friend. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. Welcome, welcome.
American 22, turn left heading
Puerto Rico off there to our left wing. It seems really far away, doesn't it?
American 22.
We're actually about 91 miles out now from Puerto Rico, or at least from our destination. From San Juan, we're 91 miles out.
Shamrock 981, turn left heading 060. Qatari 420, turn left heading 140. Turn left heading 060, Shamrock 981. Turn left heading
Plenty of fuel though. We have about 30% fuel remaining. 15,000 pounds. It's gonna have us go about 3 more hours from now if we need to. So if we were to go around, we do have enough fuel. As far as airplane load, we did not take off. I think we took off above max landing weight.
050.
Good now.
Descend and maintain 5,000. American
Low
167
max
heavy.
landing weight, so we're good to go there. 61% full. We've used 14,000 pounds plus, and we're using about 5,000 pounds an hour at the
Contacting
moment.
Luis Munoz Tower
And
on
we can't fuel dump in the
132.05.
737-800.
Emirates 944, turn right heading 150.
Winds are about 14. The location?
Requesting descent to 6000.
San Juan approach, Nordica 370, with you.
Avianca 786, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 8 at Luis Munoz. Avianca 786, turn left heading 250. Delta 17.
Yeah, I told you guys, make sure you pack extra fuel because we are going to get a lot of vectors. It's probably going to add 20 to 30 minutes to our flight, maybe even an hour. So far, I think it's added about 15 minutes to our flight because we were planning on landing around 2 hours. Our ET was about 2 hours. I left 290.
Turn left heading 290,
That's speed.
Blue 116.
Turn left heading 010. American 838.
Victor 0 India Delta, turn left heading 130, descend and maintain 3000, maintain 3000 until established from the localizer, cleared Isles runway 10 approach. Delta 1736 is 3 nautical miles north of Patilis at 6,000 feet, requesting radar vectors to Luis Munoz.
CJ Thu, I saw your message, man. You don't have to repeat it, and watch your caps.
Approach runway 8 at Luis Munoz. Alpha Charlie 733 is 2
You've already said it like 5 times, so I've already seen it 5 times. I have to repeat it.
Requesting visual approach any runway at Luis Munoz.
Roger. Golf Echo Tango Yankee November Heavy.
Turn left heading 130, descend and maintain 3000, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared Isles runway 10, Victor 0 India Delta.
Alright, now we're northeast of the airport. It looks like we're not last in line. There's still a bunch of planes down here in this area to the south that are being vectored around. Not sure why. They may be getting vectors for runway 08 down there. So I do see somebody on final right now for 08.
Turn right heading 070. descend and maintain 4,000.
There may be some 08
American
arrivals down to the
167
south of San Juan right now.
United 98,
I think the
turn left, heading
runway 10
descend and
arrivals
maintain
are up here to the
3000,
north.
Maintain 3000 until established from the localizer.
Ground looks
Clear
pretty
Isles
busy too. I
runway
do see somebody
10
taking off
approach.
runway 08.
Turn left, heading 130, descend and maintain 3000, maintain 3000 until established from the localizer. Clear Isles runway 10, United 98.
Turn left heading 240.
One day what I want to
descend
do
and
is I want
maintain
to fly.
21.
I think this would be
Redwood
funny.
212,
One day what I want to
turn
do is I
right
want to
heading
fly. So for example, so
040,
today's
descend
featured
and
airport is San
maintain
Juan,
4000.
TJSJ, right here.
Pakistan Airways 786
So,
Super
technically,
10 nautical miles
this airport right
northwest
here,
of Fernando
TJIG,
Luis
is also covered by
5400
the same
feet.
approach
Requesting
controller.
Isles approach any runway at
Not the
Louis
same tower
Munoz.
controller, not the same ground controller, not the same ATIS,
20,866,
but the
requesting
same
climb to 7,000.
approach controller.
Victor
So what
0
would they
India
do if
Delta,
they had
contact
traffic,
Luis
not only
Munoz
flying
Tower
into
on
San Juan right here, but
132.0,
also flying into
turn
this
left,
smaller
heading
airport right next to it?
180,
Like they'd have to
climb
vector
maintain
us a
8000,
whole lot
Delta
differently.
1736.
We might even
Turn
have to
left,
transition
heading 190,
over the San Juan
descend and
Bravo
maintain
airspace. Actually, we would
4000,
have to because it's
Pakistan
inside the
Airways
San Juan
786
inner circle
Super.
of the Bravo
Shamrock
airspace.
981,
So I think that would be really
turn
interesting to
left,
see how the
heading
controllers
360,
react to that. It
descend
would
and
probably
maintain
have to be some type of
6000.
VFR flight
Turn
because
left,
it's a
heading
really small
360,
runway.
descend and maintain
Yeah, it's a Class
6000,
Delta airport.
Shamrock 981.
Runway's only 5,000 feet. Small airport, but I think that'd be interesting. So like not next Friday night flight. I'm not saying I'm going to do this for sure. I'm just saying it'd be interesting if, you know, we were to fly into a smaller airport right next to the main airport. So like, will we still get as many vectors with the rest of the traffic, or will we be separated from them? So I don't know. I don't know how they would react to that. I don't know how you're supposed to do that. You know, I'm not a certified controller or nothing. I'm just saying I think that'd be pretty interesting. And I know they would have to keep us separated from the main Bravo airspace traffic.
Alpha Charlie 733.
San Juan approach, Corporate 1, with you.
Victor Hotel 402, turn left, heading 170.
Corporate 1 is 5 nautical miles east of Luis Munoz at 3,500 feet, requesting flight following to Princess
Dang,
Juliana.
Anthony, you went around the airport 3 times? Why?
786, turn left, heading 180. Cathay 138 is 14 nautical miles west
Everybody's
of
getting
Fernando
frustrated.
Luis at 4,000 feet. Requesting
Expect
visual
delays,
approach
guys.
runway 10 at
Can't
Luis
get upset.
Munoz.
I guess you gotta
Turn
expect
right,
this
heading
stuff to happen.
060, descend and
You gotta
maintain
expect to get
4000,
long
maintain
vectors. You gotta
4000
expect
until
to be
established
told
from
go
the
around. You
localizer.
gotta
Clear
expect
Isles
all of
runway
this.
8, Redwood 212.
You gotta expect it.
Turn right heading 290. Speedbird 909 Super.
Caribbean 229, turn left, heading 190, descend and maintain 4,000.
Turn left heading 190, descend and maintain 4000, Caribbean 229.
Turn left, heading 130, descend and maintain 3000, maintain 3000 until established from the localizer.
It would drop me in the
Clear Isles
red runway approach, you
10,
think?
Pakistan Airways 786
That wouldn't make any
Super.
sense to land runway
Turn right
27.
heading 050,
That wouldn't make
descend
any
and
sense
maintain
at all.
4000, November 1 Tango Romeo.
Yeah, I don't know.
American
I'm probably gonna
265
try
is
that one
7
day.
nautical miles
Like,
northwest of
whenever the
Turin
featured airport
at
is a
4,000
big one, I'm
feet.
probably land
Requesting
right
visual
next to it, do
approach
like a
runway
regional
8 at
flight.
Luis Munoz.
The airport right
Cathay
next to the busy airport.
138, expect vectors
Just to
for
see
the
what
Isles
ATC
approach
does in that
runway 8
situation.
at Luis Munoz. Cathay 138,
Because usually you never see
turn
anybody,
left,
like you don't
heading
see anybody
210,
flying in or out
climb and maintain
of this
6000.
airport, this little airport
Turn
right here.
left,
There's no
heading
arrivals, there's no
210,
departures.
climb and
And
maintain
the same
6000,
for like some of these
Cathay
other little
138.
uncontrolled airports around
Roger,
here
flying
that you
banana.
could technically still
November
talk
1
to
Tango
approach and
Romeo,
request them
reduce
to,
speed
you know,
to
fly you there.
200 knots.
If I go request
Turn
approach,
left heading
I can choose
120,
any of these
descend and
airports
maintain
around here
8000,
under
flying
approach's
banana.
control.
November 1 Tango Romeo,
Not
turn
just
right heading
San Juan.
070, descend and maintain
And I think most
4000,
pilots don't even
maintain
know that.
4000 until established from the localizer, Clear Isles runway 8 approach. Turn right
Now, once you
heading
get on your final
070,
approach, they'll
descend
send you
and
off to
maintain
tower for that
4000,
airport or
maintain 4000
Unicom
until established
because there's
from
no
the
tower
localizer,
frequency, but still.
Clear Isles runway
The
8,
approach part is what's
November 1
interesting
Tango
to me.
Romeo. Alpha Charlie 733, turn left.
Ex-Boeing
heading
A320,
220,
I've seen
descend and
crazier
maintain
vectors.
6000.
You must. This must be
Turn
your
left
first
heading
Friday night flight.
080,
Welcome aboard. I'm glad
JetBlue
you're here, but this is
603.
not the craziest I've ever
Nautica
seen.
370,
I think what was it?
expect
Just like
vectors for
2-3
the
weeks
Isles
ago,
approach runway 8
we
at
were
Luis
forgotten
Munoz.
when we were flying
Nautica
Scandinavian
370,
Air.
turn right heading 170, descend and maintain 8000.
Honest mistake though.
Speedbird 363,
With this many aircraft,
expect vectors
somebody's
for
gonna
the
get
Isles
forgotten. I'm
approach
pretty sure
runway
somebody gets
10
forgotten
at
every
Luis
week.
Munoz. Roger,
It's not always me. Sometimes it is.
Speedbird 363, turn right heading 130.
Red Howley says, what am I getting myself into?
Turn left heading 020, blue 120.
San Juan approach, Delta 413, with you.
American 167 heavy, turn
Well,
left
Andrew, yeah, that's
heading
kind of the point. Like, I want to
010,
get like a
climb
good
and
group of
maintain
maybe like 10
6000.
planes all flying to a
American
smaller airport right
777
next to
heavy,
the
turn
main
left
airport.
heading
That way, if it's just one plane, that's easy. That's too easy for approach to just vector me to a different airport. But if it's like a, you know, there's already 95 approaches into an airspace, and then you got 10 of these approaches flying to a smaller place within your same airspace, you know, that makes things a little bit more interesting, because they can't just assume we're all landing on runway 10 at San Juan. No, you got 10 people who are landing runway 27 at a whole different runway, a whole different airport within the same, you know, within like what, 10 miles of the main airport.
Shamrock 981, please check tutorials on the forum for assistance using ATC instructions.
Yeah, I remember in November flying Northwest, got all the way up to Toronto, trying to fly to Detroit. We got forgotten. That was my first time ever getting forgotten, flying to Detroit. And I ended up all the way in Toronto, or I turned myself around and then requested vectors again for Detroit approach. But for the most part, I don't like talking down on IFATC much, because they do a really good job. For the ratio of pilots that come in, I mean, if you have 95 flights that come into, you know, one airport within 3 hours, I mean, if you forget 3 people, you're still doing a pretty good job.
Descend and maintain 4000.
Yeah, just the pilots are being very impatient.
On the
That's what it is.
localizer. Clear dials runway 8.
I mean, to be honest, ATC ain't being very patient either. That's why they're ghosting pilots. But they, you know, they warned us. They warned all of us.
I'm sorry.
They warned you.
American 838.
Alpha Charlie 733, turn left.
It's so funny, IFR. You were just talking about how you were forgotten like 5 minutes ago, and you're about to be on final. And look at me, I'm still north of the airport. I'm still vectoring. So I don't know. You must not have been that far out if you thought you were forgotten and you were like far from the airport, but now you're on final, because I'm on a really wide left downwind. I'm like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number 5 on approach right now. San Juan over there to our left wing.
JetBlue 318, turn left heading 100.
Turn left heading 100, JetBlue 318.
It's true, Red. I agree. This is why we fly Infinite Flight. And this is why we fly Friday Night Flight. This is why we fly events like this, because we want, like, this is the whole experience of flying into a busy airspace. Like, you don't get this on any other mobile simulator. You can get this on like X-Plane, P3D, FSX if you're flying on the VATSIM network into a very busy airspace or very busy airport. On an event, you can get the same experience, but this is kind of what everybody's kind of shooting for. Even on X-Plane, like you want to fly into an airspace that feels busy. I mean, yeah, I know we could always fly to somewhere where there's no traffic and just land and get it over with, whatever. But at the same time, I mean, think about it. This is why we're all here. Like, this is exactly why we're out here. This is why we fly Infinite Flight. This is why we fly Friday Night Flight. Is to fly in the busy airspaces like this, get vectors from a real ATC person. Like, this is why. So we can't really complain. Alright, left heading 240, 4000. 16.
Turn left heading 240, descend and maintain 4000, blue 116.
Turn left heading 290.
So if you guys been following along with my VFR training on X-Plane 11, I think we're on part 6, I believe. Part 7 should be coming sometime next week, as well with the rest of the series. I've been working on my VFR training. It's 11 parts. Once I finish the VFR training, which is 11-part series, I'm going to be starting on my IFR training, which is another 11-part series that will start up probably right after the VFR training. And anyway, the point is, if you've been watching that, you notice that my call sign is different. So like in Infinite Flight on X-Plane, usually I fly with the call sign blue 116, blue 116, or something like that. But on this VFR training flight, I'm actually using a different call sign. And I've talked about this in another live stream not long ago, so some of you may already know where I'm going with this. But I changed my call sign to November 116 Bravo. That's N116B. And the reason I did that is because I am now on X-Plane flying on the Pilot Edge network, and Pilot Edge strives to be as realistic as possible all the way down to the call signs. So you cannot use a call sign that would not be used in real life. So Blue 116 is not a legit call sign in real life unless there is a blue airline. Now, we found out on Infinite Flight there is an airline called Blue 1, and that's what I'm using right now is Blue 1, like the letter or the word 1 and then 16. So that's legit. That's a legit call sign. Blue 116. It's the airline plus the number. But what I've been using on X-Plane is Bravo Lima Uniform 116. So what I have to do is I have to change it to November 116 Bravo. Now that's a legit like VFR like general aviation call sign. Thank you for that subscription, Amro. Welcome to the Blue Arrow Royal family. So I've been using that for my general aviation stuff, and I'm probably going to be changing my call signs on when I fly airlines on the same network. So if I fly American, it'll be American 116. If I fly United, it'll be United 116. If I fly, you know, JetBlue, it'll be JetBlue 116. You know what I mean? So I'll be changing my call sign here and there for that reason, because to be realistic, I guess, is the whole reason for that. But if you try to fly on the Pilot Edge network, Pilot Edge to me is like the expert server of PC flight simulation. Like anybody can get in there. There's no like limit to who can get on there, but they will sorry about that. But they will definitely tell you if you're wrong, and they will correct you. Did I say that? 190 3000.
Blue 116.
November 286 Delta Lima, turn right heading 170.
So I'm not going to change my call sign on Infinite Flight. I'll leave it the same, but just so you guys know, that's why I changed it on X-Plane. So for general aviation, probably all the way up to like private jets and stuff, I'll be flying with the call sign November 116 Bravo. And for airlines, it'll be the airline plus 116. Alright guys, we're being turned to our left base, runway 10 finally. Down to 3,000 feet. Should be on the ground in no time. I think looks like we're going to be number 1. We're number 4 at the moment. Actually, no, there's 2 more planes ahead of us. No, they're not coming. They're 2,000 feet above us, so they're definitely not going to be coming down for final. So it looks like we're like number 1, 2, 3, 4. We also have some rivals on runway 08, which is going to make things interesting, because if those arrivals on runway 8 don't come down correctly, we could have to go around because somebody did not, it took too long on approach, or because an aircraft didn't get off the runway in time. So we'll see. Hopefully we don't have to go around. Do everything in my power to not have to go around today. Will there be a series after the IFR series? That's a good question. I haven't thought that far yet. Right now, I'm just planning on doing the VFR series and then the IFR series. After the IFR series, I don't know yet. I'll probably do something else, do a different series afterwards. Or I might just do some regular flights. Some stuff that's like not educational, per se.
American 167 heavy, turn left.
But I've learned so much, guys. Like, I always tell you guys, I'm always trying to learn more and more. And I've learned a lot since I've been flying with you guys on Infinite Flight. Some of you guys in the community have definitely educated me in lots of ways, and I'm thankful for that. But I feel like I got to a point where I'm just like, man, I want to learn more. I want to continue my knowledge. I want to learn more. I want to get closer to like knowing what I need to know. Alright, here we go. Left 130 to establish a localizer. Alright, let's 10 approach down to 3,000. Alright, you're gonna maintain 3,000. I'm gonna shut up.
Maintain 3,000. Maintain 3,000 until established on the localizer.
Did I repeat
Clear
that?
dials runway 10, Blue 116.
Yeah, I did. I always forget if I actually repeat it.
Turn left heading 010, descend and maintain 6,000. JetBlue 603, turn left, heading 280.
Alright, so we're turning 130,
4,000.
maintain 3000 till establish on localizer 10 approach. Let's throw our speed down now to 200, actually 190 knots.
Maintain 4,000.
Wait for the speed to come back. We want to hit this approach perfectly because we do not want to go around. There is traffic on final for runway 10 at the moment. I don't think I can see him. That means the separation is good.
Turn left, heading 040, descend and maintain
200 knots.
Alpha Charlie 733, turn left, heading 190.
That's 5.
Turn right, heading 060.
All of our lights are on, seatbelt signs are on.
3000 until established on the localizer.
I have the ILS for runway 10 tuned in now. Final approach course can be 103.
Turn left, heading
17 miles out.
Descend and maintain 4000. November 286 Delta Lima, expect vectors for the Isles approach runway 8 at Luis Munoz. November 286 Delta Lima, turn right heading 230.
Let's go ahead and arm the spoilers.
Maintain 4000. JetBlue 731.
Localizer is alive there, down there in the center. Start turning our heading just slightly to kind of meet that localizer there.
Delta 1354, frequency change approved, good day. Frequency change approved. Delta
15 miles out.
Good day.
Unable. November 286 Delta Lima.
Turn left heading 290. JetBlue 1331.
JetBlue 731. Frequency change approved. Good day. Frequency change approved. JetBlue 731. Good day. Kilo Lima Mike 7. Frequency change approved.
I have visual of runway 10.
Turn left heading 060.
Turn left heading 060.
13 miles out now.
Banana.
Still have not quite met up with the localizer. We're just a few degrees off.
Frequency change approved. Kilo Lima Mike 7. Good day. Avianca 786. Turn right.
Winds are 15 knots, pretty much directly in front of us.
Maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared Isles runway 8 approach.
Corporate 1, request frequency change.
Speedbird 909 Super, turn left, heading 180.
Turn left heading 180. Speedbird 909 Super.
Shamrock 981, turn right heading 080. Nordica 370, turn right heading 350.
Still to the left, the localizer at the moment.
420,
now we can see the glide slope moving.
080, descend and maintain 4000, maintain 4000 until
we're 11 miles out, we'll go down to 180 knots.
Runway 8 approach. Turn right heading 080, descend and maintain 4000, maintain 4000 until established on the Blue 116.
Alright, contacting tower.
Munoz Tower on 132.05. Romeo Echo Delta 67 is 8
do that before we meet the glide slope, call inbound, landing, run away on the ILS 0.
Luis Munoz Tower, Blue 116, inbound on the ILS runway
Laps 10 and gear down.
Information Golf.
Jersey 190.
Calibrate our screen.
Runway 8, cleared for immediate takeoff.
Holding short runway 10.
And altitude mode is going to go off.
Delta
Down to 175. Clear to land, number 2.
Number 2, runway 10.
10 approach.
Cleared to land.
Still to the left a bit.
Cleared to land, runway 10, Blue 116.
Category 420. Number 2, runway 8, cleared to land.
Number 2, cleared to land, runway 8.
Winds right now are 090 at 16. Pretty strong winds.
Jersey 1906. Thank you. Good day. Jersey 1906. Contact San Juan departure on 120.9.
Contacting San Juan departure on 120.9.
And turn off the map.
Jersey 1906.
For me, it's just a distraction having a map.
Category 420.
Turn heading mode off.
Maintain slowest practical speed.
Speed assist on. We'll go down to 160 knots.
Qatari 420.
Are high.
Jersey 1906.
Throttle should be at idle.
Contact
No,
San Juan departure on 120.9. Spirit winds 261. Line up and wait runway 10.
Contacting San Juan departure on
Alright, we're flying it by hand. Go add some more trim there.
1906.
Line up and wait runway 10.
About to do less work.
Spirit winds 261.
Even with the localizer and overshot it.
American 22. When able, turn
Check
left
real
and
quick. Gear
contact
down. 3
ground.
green.
Please expedite.
Land light. Strobe lights are on.
Winco,
Seatbelt signs are on.
22.
Delta 472.
Cabin
Line up
is
and wait,
notified.
runway 8. Line up and wait, runway 8. Delta 472.
I'm gonna have to try to have that rudder ready today. I think as soon as we touch the ground again, it's probably gonna want to try to shoot us off the runway.
1,000.
And go down to 140 knots. We may go even slower than that.
Spirit winds 261. Runway
Low.
10. Cleared for takeoff.
Are low.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 10. Spirit winds 261.
We are stalling. We are definitely stalling. We only have flaps 10 at the moment. Only flaps 10. Come on, pull up, bruh. Pull up.
Delta 472. Runway 8. Cleared for takeoff. Cleared for takeoff. Runway 8. Delta 472.
There we go.
Qatari 420 is on final runway 8.
That's
Luis
full.
Munoz Tower, November 434 India Bravo, ready for takeoff at runway 10.
That got
departing
sketchy
west.
real quick.
Luis Munoz Tower,
Alright, coming in for a low approach in the runway 10.
Takeoff at runway 8, departing straight out.
A little bit to the right of the runway at the moment. To the right of the center line.
Good day.
We're lined up here. Now we're high.
261. Contact San Juan departure on 120.9.
Not sure how we got high all of a sudden. It's all good. We'll make corrections for that.
Contacting San Juan departure on 120.9. Spirit winds 261.
I know it didn't say gust, but I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like there's a little
Cleared
bit of
for
gust in there.
immediate takeoff. Delta 472. Thank you. Good day.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 8. Etihad 303.
Flare.
Delta
Down.
472. Contact
Reverse is
San Juan
green.
departure on 120.9. Contact
You guys got to
San
tell me
Juan
what that
departure
feed per
on
minute was because I couldn't actually see it.
120.9. Delta 472. Avianca
Alright, 70 knots and 60 knots. Manual braking.
Runway 8.
We'll take this first taxiway right here to the left.
Cleared to land, runway 8, Avianca 786.
Release the brakes. Let it roll
Luis
off.
Munoz Tower, Delta 2432.
Blue 116. When able, turn left. Contact ground on the taxiway.
Line up and wait.
Not
runway
sure where we're
10,
parking today.
November 434 India Bravo.
See a lot of JetBlue
Delta 2432.
lights out here.
Hold short of runway 8.
Wilco, Blue 116.
Uh oh, that's gonna be a problem.
Etihad
How about we go this way?
303. Thank you. Good day. Etihad 303. Contact San Juan departure on 120.9.
Alright.
Holding short runway 8, Delta 2432.
Yeah, let's go ahead and switch to ground.
Contacting San Juan departure on 120.9.
And request taxi
Etihad
to parking.
303.
Luis Munoz ground, Blue 116.
As we
Request
let the
taxi to parking.
flaps up.
Blue 116. Taxi to parking.
Alright, legit.
Taxi.
Alright, we're clear to
parking.
taxi to parking.
Blue
We'll
116.
take whatever taxiway this is to over there. I don't have the map in front of me right now. But flap 0,
Luis Munoz
landing lights
ground,
off, and
Qatari
strobe lights off.
420. Request taxi to
Parking brake is also off. Give a little bit of throttle. Taxi to the gate. Well, guys, welcome to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Our final flight time was 2 hours and 38 minutes. So those vectors actually added about 30 minutes to our flight today.
Taxiing to parking.
But again,
Qatari
you kind of have to
420.
expect that whenever you're flying into Friday night flight. It's pretty busy here in Puerto Rico. It's good to see Puerto Rico have some busy airspace above it. Be good to see. Now, with me moving and everything, I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to get my PC reset up. Shouldn't take long. But I might. Just might. I'm saying I might because I don't know yet. I may spend some more time on Infinite Flight since I can't fly an X-plane. We'll see. My internet connection may not be as good until next week either, so we'll see what happens. I'll let you guys know. Try to keep you guys updated. But as usual, guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Thanks for flying with us. Everybody who came out from Havana, Cuba, San Juan, Puerto Rico. It sounds like a few people got ghosted, so RIP to them. Uh-oh, don't turn right, don't turn right. He's turning right. He's turning right, that's a problem. But what is he doing? Alright, so where you guys parked at?
Frequency change.
Air France 606. Taxi to runway 10.
Oh my god.
Tower when ready.
Taxiing to runway 10.
See
Air
where are we?
France 606.
It looks like all you guys are parked over here on the left, which is where I was trying to go.
Back with information Golf. Southwest 4026. Hold position.
It's where I was trying to go. I don't know where he's going. He like went out there, then he turned right back around. So I'm not sure what his plan is. I guess yeah, he wants to dance battle. That's what he wants. I don't know if I can do that on this game. I don't know how to dance battle people on Infinite Flight. He did it. He found a way. So he definitely beat me there. He wins. I don't know how to do that. Not on Infinite Flight. Let's see, what time is it? Man. We're already like an hour later than I wanted to go. I want to start earlier and end earlier, so we might watch like 2 people fly in, but after that I gotta go.
Avianca 786, request taxi to parking.
Luis Munoz ground, Air France 420, ready for pushback.
Avianca 786. Taxi to parking. Delta 1951.
There it goes.
Taxi to runway 8. Contact
Hover
tower
bus.
when ready.
I guess I'll take that spot.
Avianca 786.
Is he gone? What did he disconnect? What happened?
American 911,
I'm not gonna. I want to park there because he might just pop back up. I'm just gonna park over here. It's fine.
420. Hold
It's all
position.
good in the hood.
holding position, Air France 420.
Canadian 2507. Pushback approved. Expect runway 8.
Pushback approved.
But like I said, guys, as usual, thanks for joining me in another Friday night flight.
Pushback approved.
Pushback
At
approved.
today's featured
American
airport,
911.
San Juan, Puerto Rico. The featured route is actually Orlando, San Juan, Puerto Rico, but we decided to do Havana, Cuba, and I have no regrets. It was a great flight, beautiful view the entire way. Let's shut these engines off, and seatbelt signs off, so you guys are free to move about the cabin. A lot of fun as usual. I always look forward to Friday night flight with you guys. It's always fun. Always have some great people showing up, and always I love the ATCs always showing off with their different techniques of vectoring people and stuff like that. So I think IFATC did a great job. If you don't agree with me, that's your problem. But today I felt like IFATC from approach all the way down to the ground did a great job today. So thanks, salute to those guys for always helping out with ATC. They don't get paid to do this. They're doing this voluntarily. They're probably stressed out. Like, it's crazy to volunteer to do something that stresses you out, but it's okay. Beacon lights off. So let's get out of here. We're gonna hop in the free camera here for just a little bit. Watch a few arrivals into San Juan, Puerto Rico. Probably do runway 10 out here. I think there's some arrivals in runway 8 too, so we'll see who's coming in, and we'll watch a couple landings. There's an Airbus, or there's a A3, what was that, A380? What was that? Yeah, it was A380 over there. Let's see who's inbound. We got one person landing on runway 8, and we got somebody landing on runway 8, and that's gonna be Justin. So Justin will be our last arrival we'll watch. We'll watch Mr. Anthony land an A330. That's gonna be on runway 8. That's gonna be over here. And then watch Justin, then we'll get out of here. Wrong button. Looks like they're gonna try to fit a departure in front of him. This is also, look at, what is that, an A330? Yeah, it's an A330. Delta trying to be different when it comes to American Airlines flying Airbus instead of Boeing aircraft. Can't hate on them though. What's going on here? Let's go to tower so we can listen in on what they're saying too. He's all over the place.
Ready for pushback with information Golf.
All right, he's out. Let's see. We're looking for Anthony on arrival.
467. Tower is not accepting pattern work at
This
this
camera
time.
view is just so
Spirit
weird the
Wings
way this works. Like I have to like
1467.
try to
Runway
pinch the
10,
screen,
cleared for takeoff. Unable pattern
see
work.
anything.
Straight out departure approved.
Luis Munoz Tower,
Just to see anything.
20,866 is 12 nautical miles to the west of 2,700 feet, inbound for landing, requesting runway 8.
Cleared for takeoff. Runway 10. Spirit Wings 1,400.
But anyways, we're gonna watch a couple of rivals here, and then we'll get out. If you gotta head out, thank you guys so much for joining in.
Runway 8.
Remember, you got 3 choices: give up, give in, give it all you got. Peace, love, and God bless you. I'll see you guys next time, next video. Make sure you keep me in your prayers as I'm trying to recover from this sickness, and that I get everything moved out like I need to. That was Anthony on runway 8. Let's go ahead and move over to runway 10 and watch for Justin, as that music is going a bit too fast. Let's fix that. I don't know what airline Justin's flying. I don't know if he's flying. He's probably flying JetBlue. Yeah. Nope. Where is he? Oh, here he comes. Oh, he's already on the ground. He's flying Spirit. I'm not gonna lie, I almost fly Spirit today, but then I remembered how much I hate Spirit, so I didn't. Alright, that is gonna be our last arrival for today. I'm sorry I can't watch more of you guys, but I gotta go. I have a lot to do, and I'm already behind. So, I already said the outro. Oh, I do need to get a picture though. I almost forgot about the picture. How do I forget about the picture? We got Delta out here too. Lots of Deltas out here.
Frequency change approved. Spirit Wings
Lots of Deltas.
1,467. Good day.
And Infinite Flight, one last reminder. Can you please add multiplayer replays? That is my like, if everything to add, that is probably my main feature I would love for them to add is multiplayer replays.
JetBlue 603. Number 1. Runway 10. Cleared to land. Air France 606. Line up and wait runway 10.
Number 1, cleared to land, runway 10, JetBlue 603. Line up and wait, runway 10, Air France 606.
That was Justin that landed. That wasn't Justin that landed? Who was it that landed on 10 then? Oh wait, I thought Justin was blue 120. It is you. I don't know, bro. I'm pretty sure that was. I thought that was you in the Spirit plane. Oh well, my bad. Better look next time. All right, let's get out of here. I think some of you guys are already tired of Puerto Rico after all the vectors we got. We got a nice view of it. Peace.